phone ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh man, another day, another morning as we greet you. Good morning, Sanbonani, Moloyedi, Dimelam Bakhais. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show is live, large and in charge. What's up, Senor Carlos?
Here we are.
Good to see you, man.
That's great. Isn't tomorrow Friday?
Tomorrow is Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday! Yes! Sorry, I know I'm way too excited.
You're living in the future already.
I'm living there because I think like days like these, you know, you just want to kind of savor the moment.
This is true.
You know, almost wrap up the week on a Thursday and then Friday you got a clean slate to enjoy yourself.
That would be absolutely amazing. But we're not quite at the 4-day work week yet, are we? No, it's not adopted on... Hey, listen, we're lobbying for it. But equally special, today is the grand finale of the Golden Baker Search, where one viewer and a baking expert could walk away with that grand prize of 50,000 rand. Oh man, what a way to start.
Hey, they're baking, patrolling, they're trying to catch. Sorry, it came to mind. But it's actually been really interesting to see like the dynamic between the teacher and the learner in the kitchen, but only one duo gets to walk away with the amazing title. So it's been an amazing thing to witness, and may the best team win.
Absolutely. And then, of course, as we head into the month of love next week, yes, some people have already started planting their flowers in December of 2022.
Oh, of course they have.
For themselves, just in case. But we're looking upon this month with a lot of optimism. We'll be linking up with a couple who have found love via the Kur dating app to get some tips and tricks on dating online. It's called Kur. Yes, you know? Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm in love with you.
It is love. Hello. Are you available for love? Yes. Kur. Thank you. Exactly. It's going to be that kind of morning.
We should call her somebody, you know, somebody that I know that always gets a kur out of all of us. It's this man over here.
No, you got to puff up the chest and do it like a dove. Kurr, kurr. Mr. Carl, wasting away. So good to see you, buddy. Kat, my brother, so good to have you back in the driver's seat. It is going to be a crazy show. I know I say this before every show, but I have a feeling today might just be that day because we are helping you find love today. So here's a question that I think might just break the internet, break our WhatsApp line, and it's going to be awesome. I want to know from you, what are those 3 essential questions to ask on a first date? That says a huge amount about you. I want you to think hard about this one, have a little bit of fun with it. Maybe if you've had some disastrous experiences yourself, relate them to us, please. We want to hear. 063-408-8863. In fact, that's a WhatsApp line to drop a voice note on anything you see on the show. If you want to chew on that gristle, we are here to chat with you. We've got you for 3 hours, and we're going to savor every second. Right now, though, time to get into those talking points with the news.
Let's do that indeed. Thanks a lot, G. Let's get into it. Nationally, the U.S. Treasury Department and SA's National Treasury have agreed to form a task force to combat illicit finance linked to illegal wildlife trade. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has said. Speaking at the Gauteng Game Reserve outside Pretoria, Yellen told SA officials that the new task force aims to boost information sharing between the 2 countries' financial intelligence units and to strengthen controls to combat money laundering and terrorist financing as well. Now, Yellen is still due to also visit Zambia and Senegal. Now, failing national power utility Eskom implemented stage 4 and 5 load shedding from 5 a.m. this morning, and this will be in operation until Sunday afternoon. Eskom said it was necessary as a result of losing a generation unit each at Camden, Kendal, Latawa, and Majuba power stations over the past 36 hours. It said that returning generating units back to operation at each Matla and Tutuka had been delayed, but that 2 generating units at Kriel and a unit each at Majuba as well as Tutuka power stations had been returned to service. Let's get on to international news. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has added his voice to growing international condemnation following the murder of leading Eswatini human rights lawyer Thulani Maseko over the weekend. His death followed warnings from King Mswati III to those calling for democracy in the kingdom that his mercenaries would deal with them. Maseko was the founder of a coalition of opposition parties known as the Multi-Stakeholder Forum, one of the groups calling for an end to Africa's last absolute monarchy. Now, at least 150 people have succumbed in freezing temperatures in Afghanistan in the past fortnight. Some 70,000 livestock had also perished in what is the coldest winter in a decade, a state ministry for disaster management spokesperson said. Acting Minister of Disaster Management, Mullah Mohammed Abbas Akund, said many areas of Afghanistan were presently completely cut off by heavy rainfall, or should I say snowfall. Now, military helicopters had been sent to the rescue, but couldn't land in the mountainous regions. Akund said the forecast for the next 10 days indicated temperatures would rise. Now let's end things off with something light for you. Now, Bob, the green turtle that had been at the Two Oceans Aquarium in Cape Town since November 2014 has successfully spent his first day in the Rocky Reef exhibit at Oshaka Marine in Durban. He arrived there safely and will spend some time settling in. Then it's on to the great wide ocean. The Two Oceans Aquarium turtle team will observe Bob's behavior to ensure that he is 100% release ready. Earlier this week, he was carefully removed from the INJ Ocean exhibit at Cape Town's Two Oceans Aquarium and transported to the airport in his custom-made travel gear. His comfy stretcher, specially designed to block out external stimuli, enabled him to travel to Durban safe and happy. Bob flew there with the assistance of the Battaliers, a group of volunteer pilots that help wildlife in a blacked-out plane to make sure his flight was as smooth as possible. But for now, it's all systems go, prepping Bob for his release back into the big blue. That's it for your news for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take a peek at the sports. Here's Graham.
Thank you so much, my man, and kudos to the team for showing us how you can get it right. Bon voyage, Bob. Now let's start on a very positive note with the sport. In fact, the Proteas women secured an emphatic 10-wicket win over the West Indies in their T20 Tri-Series encounter yesterday. Windies won the toss and chose to bat. The hosts bowled with consistency and accuracy to restrict their opponents to just 97 for 6 in their allocated 20 overs, thanks largely to figures of 2 for 24 by Tumi Sekokune. Then Tasman Brits and opening partner Laura Wolfhard made light work of that total. Brits notching up 50 along the way, while Wolfhard, she scored 42 in a 98-run partnership that saw the side over the line. South Africa will now play India this coming Saturday. Then he is marching on to probably another record. Novak Djokovic continued his quest for a record, extending 10th Australian Open title by utterly demolishing Andrei Rublev 6-1, 6-2 and 6-4 to book a spot in the last 4 of the Grand Slam for the 10th time. That means he'll now play Tommy Paul, and that was after the American beat fellow countryman Ben Shelton in 4 sets. Then on the women's side of the draw, Magda Lanette, she continued her dream run, stunning former world number 1 Karolina Pliskova to set up her semi-final against Aryna Sabalenka. Then fifth seed Sabalenka, she earned her spot in that semi-final berth by outmuscling Donna Vekic 6-3 and 6-2, with Lanette beating Pliskova 6-3 and 7-5. Then some great news on the footballing front for one of our own. So Burnley have announced the signing of South African international Lyle Foster from Belgian side KVC Westerlo for an undisclosed fee at this stage. So the 22-year-old striker has penned now a 4.5-year deal at Turf Moor, becoming the Claret's 3rd signing of the January transfer window. The Soweto-born Foster began his career with Orlando Pirates and has played for Monaco, Brugge and Victoria. The 9-capped international has now scored 8 goals and registered 3 assists so far this season, so certainly putting his hand up. Then we round off with a bit of netball, a tough one for our Proteas ladies, as the Diamonds of Australia have retained their netball quad series title after beating arch rivals New Zealand in a tight one, 56-50 in the final. So Australia came into the match unbeaten in this year's tournament, and they had to come back, in fact, from 31-30 down at halftime to pick up the win. South Africa, meanwhile, sadly finishing in 4th place, last effectively, losing 49-42 to England in that 3rd place playoff, but a real trial by fire at a vital point as they prepare for the World Cup. The Proteas still have a bit of work to do, though, ahead of that World Cup, having lost 3 of their 4 matches at the tournament, but bearing in mind, against the best 3 teams in the world. So that is where we'll choose to see a positive to round off the sport. Let's see if the weather brings any more positivity today.
Well, unfortunately, not such a positive note in terms of an update where government departments are concerned. The Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs has declared a provincial state of disaster in Gauteng. The head of the National Disaster Management Centre, Dr. Elias Sithole, said this was decided on after having deliberated with various stakeholders and after assessing the magnitude and severity of the impact of the flooding incidents in the latter parts of December. The floods had a devastating impact on various municipalities in Gauteng that resulted in the loss of life, damage to property and infrastructure and the environment, and left municipalities such as the city of Johannesburg struggling to deal with the fallout. Now, damage from the floods has been exacerbated in recent weeks by ongoing load shedding. But here's something to have a look at that might make you smile as you start off your day. Of course, those beautiful sunrise pictures. Thanks very much. First up to Glenia, who shared this colorful sky filled with magnificent colors all the way in Knysna. Look at that. What a way to start your morning. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Enver sent through this one from his backyard as the sun cast a golden glow across clouds all the way in Bonteheuwel in Cape Town. Then Andrico showcased this tangerine-lit sky all the way in Eldorado Park. Shout out Eldos, all the way in Johannesburg. And finally, one of our regulars, Nancy, shared this view as the sun lights up the sand out in Pennington in KZN. Thank you so much for sharing these beautiful pictures with us. They certainly do put a smile on our faces, and I hope that they do the same for you. Keep sending them to us on 063-408-8863. Now, a quick look at temperatures all around, where it looks like it's going to be a hot day all across the country. A few places with some scattered showers and some high chances of rain, but Polokwane, your low of 14 will reach a high of 30. Mbombela, 16 to 27. Pretoria, 17 to 31. And Johannesburg, 15 to 28. Out in Mahikeng, a low of 19 reaches a high of 33. Klarsop, 18 to 31. Kimberley, 18 to 32. And Bloemfontein, a low of 15 and a high of 30. Richards Bay with a 75% chance of rain today, a low of 20 with a high of 28. Pietermaritzburg, 19 to 27. Durban, 23 to 28. And Mthatha, 17 to 28. Out in East London, oh man, 2% chance of rain there, so it's going to be a pretty hot day for you. A low of 20 with a high of 27. Cradock temperatures range between 16 and 32. Gqeberha 19 to 26. And George 16 to 25. And now heading down to the Western Cape, Cape Town 17 to 25. Worcester 15 to 36. Sutherland 13 to 32. And Uppington 21 rising to a high of 39. So that's what the temperatures look like all around the country. But as always, no matter what they look like, it doesn't matter. You're with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's going to be a magnificent Thursday.
So now you're up to speed, you got your news, you got sport, you got some weather, but now you need more entertainment. And coming up is an opportunity for you to meet the last two duos as we get to our grand finale today. And I can tell you people are after some really great cash in our competition, so make sure you stick around for that. And also, if you want to look at cauliflower in a completely different way, I suggest you stick around. We've got the perfect chef who's going to hook you up and make sure that you've got exactly what it takes, and that is cauliflower in a different way. In fact, I'm calling it Cauliflower. Stick around to Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, you can make my day.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test, test. Okay, see, I'm gonna go get her. She's in makeup. I'm just gonna go check if she's finishing. Starting number 14.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, it is indeed. Welcome back to it. Thursday, the 26th of January. We're nearly at the end. Can you believe it?
We are getting there, hey? Sure.
And it doesn't feel like it's been that long. You know, today is the 32nd of January. It doesn't feel that way.
I feel like it's because we're here. I think you had to ask us that like on the 3rd of January. Be like, the salary's finished already. But the thing is, hopefully the January salary came through already. If it hasn't, we're here for you and we've got something great to distract you, which is the grand finale of the Golden Baker Search, the festive edition. It's a bake-off of note.
Absolutely. Our final 2 duos are going head-to-head this morning to find out who will walk away with that grand prize of 50,000 Rand. And it all starts right here, right now. Crack your eggs.
You can cut the tension with a knife. The moment has arrived. The grand finale of the Golden Cloud Golden Baker Search is here. 2 duos are left to battle it out for a grand prize of 50,000 Rand. I can feel the hair on the back of my neck rising. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to change their lives. And for one of them, it's going to happen today. But they've got one last challenge to get past, and that's in the form of their competitor. So, of course, our 2 incredible duos who were put through the fire yesterday. They shone, they crumbled under the weight, they stood back up, and they showed us that fighting spirit. You're going to have to do it all over again today with a mammoth bake. Well done for making it here. Here's the deal. 3 hours. 3 hours to change your life forever. A Christmas showstopper. We want that kind of creation that people are terrified to touch because it's so beautiful, but they can't deny themselves. Roxy, talking to them, what do these incredible bakers need to do right to tick your box today?
Glitz and glamour is my brief. Glitz and glamour. I want to feel like I'm at Tiffany's in New York.
Building on from Roxy, festivity. So some pizzazz, but really bring some level of happiness. It should really melt my heart, but I should be in awe as wow. I'm also looking for complementary colors, complementary flavors, complementary textures, and I'm looking for a wow.
I think we saw what you could do in 1 hour, in 2 hours. Now we needed to take it to the very next level. But also remember, focus.
It's all about Golden Cloud. It's all about those beacon sweets. Let them sing today. 3 hours is about to start. Are we ready?
Are we?
I don't know. Dalila, did you even think you were going to be here, girl?
No, not at all.
You picked yourself up very bravely from what looked like an absolute disaster. So that being said, what lessons have you learned from yesterday? Because it was pretty intense.
Yeah, I've learned quite a few. I must time myself better. I have to have that backup plan, like everybody said. And yeah, I must just do my best and push, 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 push.
Zandali and Sassy, you guys rocked yesterday.
So you're only as good as your last performance. Very important. That keeps you humble. So you start afresh and you out for the win.
I'm going to try and stay calm and just focused on what we have to get done and put the best dish forward today.
No more room left to hide. Time to leave it all out there and give us a Christmas showstopper. Your 3 hours starts in 3, 2, 1. Start baking, baby. Let's go. Come on, girls. I know they're not trying to think too far ahead right now. It's about the job at hand. But this process is life-changing. And how does a platform like this help you now in the context of a modern foodie, a modern chef?
The traditional form of the chef is you've got to work in a restaurant, you've got to work in a hotel, you've got to do all of those types of things. I was lucky very early on to discover food media and discover these types of things. When I started, this wasn't out there, like a platform like this wasn't out there. Also for them to be cooking with celebrity chefs also gives them an added edge because now you're learning those skills, you're getting it from them. And one thing that I've always learned is that keep doing what you're doing, put yourself out there because you never know who's watching.
They are plugging into a massive foodie network here, one of the biggest. Golden Cloud probably has one of the biggest food networks in the country. What does winning this prize mean to these contestants?
So outside of just winning the prize, I think it's more to the personal brand and then positioning themselves onto social media, into the media. Food media is big right now. And the critical thing is, where could it go? You could open up a bake shop. You could start doing your own business from home. But most of all, you could become a content creator.
To Sadiqa's point, it's an opportunity for you to figure out which avenue you want to take. So, I mean, there's people who are actually using this to invest in their actual business. And then I think there's the others who are great bakers, but who want to take it to the next level.
They're entrepreneurs, yeah.
And they will use this cash to almost build on their technical skills, which I think this particular season is going to help them do even more, because now they're building a network in addition to the cash. Our last season winners, that was for me the best story that we've ever had. I mean, they've done everything from our scary Halloween bakes to our festive cheer. They've really done an amazing job. So it's given them that opening into a corporate business.
Get onto the Golden Cloud social media pages right now and you can see this coming to life in real time. This is going to be one for the ages. We'll check in with our teams in just a moment. Stick around. Come on, girls, you've got this.
Those delicious bakes being put to the test, eh? 50 grand, you don't just walk away with it, you got to earn it.
Exactly, and I love that the duos, the dynamic between them as well is also so important. It makes the fabric of the show so lovely to watch. And of course, we're going to be traversing all of the different moments in that show as we go along. So the grand finale continues, and your Feel Good Breakfast show soon.
So while our final two amazing duos bake their little hearts out in our Golden Baker Search kitchen, let's head back into the Expresso kitchen right now to whip up something of our own. Our Clover Classic Spicy Sticky Carly soaks up all the flavor with, and you see what I did there, a dollop of Clover Classic Dairy Snack to mellow out the spiciness. It's Cauliflower now, as named after our famous friend.
Named it.
He did. He claimed cauliflower today. I'll give it to him because he does it in ways that inspire me. Yeah, but this is the thing. He's opened my eyes to what you can do with veg.
Puns.
With puns. Yeah, no, very much so, very much so. He's taken my dad joke game to a different level. Michaela Tsun.
Hello.
Good to see you, girl. How are you, my friend? I love seeing you, partly just because you're wonderful, but also because you force me to look at food in a different way. Cauliflower is something, it's one of those first steps towards upping your veg content because you can treat it in often cases like a meat almost. It's got a flavor profile that is just different.
And it's like a sponge. It basically just absorbs everything that you give it.
What are we giving it today?
So, we're doing cauliflower-like version of sweet and sour chicken.
Oh my goodness, I'm there for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's gone into the dry?
I have some flour. We have some salt and pepper, some turmeric. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. And we have some cauliflower heads up in this joint over here. And you want to just dredge them in there.
Let that get into all the nooks and crannies.
Yes, exactly.
Twist those guys up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm only going to do a few of them because that's like all we have time for right now. But in front of you, we have the ingredients for our sauce.
Sweet and sour.
Orange juice, soy sauce, sesame, and some rice wine vinegar. So you just want to put all the wet
You've got
ingredients.
acid, you've got your umami, your salt.
Ooh, me and oil.
You know, white wine vinegar.
Okay, and you just want to allow that to fry for a little while.
Is this cornstarch?
Yes, it is. You need to thicken it up. Okay.
There we go, and
some chilies.
A little bit of. And the nice thing about a smoked chili flake, it kind of takes the edge off. A little bit of the heat is tempered, I think. So if you want a bit of warmth, more as a flavor additive than a kind of an experience of heat, the nice smoked chili flakes, dried chili flakes could be a good option.
Yeah.
That looks beautiful.
I'm grabbing a spoon from behind here. Cool. And we're just frying off some green pepper and some onion. Woo! And this forms the base flavor for the sauce as well. And then you have some dairy snack over there.
And we are rolling with our plain low-fat dairy snack. And it is an absolute classic. Why we love cooking with this, because it is so versatile. The Clover Classic Dairy Snack is deliciously smooth and creamy, and it pairs perfectly with the spicy flavors in this recipe. It kind of tempers the full-on flavor, which I love that we've got, again, perfect balance, and it can be enjoyed on its own as a snack or used in delicious recipes just like this one.
Okay, so
Where we at?
if we had a little bit more than TV time, we would allow that to brown a little bit more.
Okay.
But just pretend as if it's gone super brown and great and softened down. And you want to add your sauce into it. And we're just going to allow that to reduce down and thicken up and get all beautiful. Can you smell how good that smells?
It's amazing. And for me, the sesame oil is just my favorite thing in the world. It's just
Really?
got such a beautiful, beautiful flavor profile that I love. But I love the fact that cooking this sauce down, you're obviously going to caramelize the sugars in the orange juice. You're going to have that beautiful stickiness, the
Exactly.
sweet. And of course, we've tempered that with a bit of heat, a bit of sour. Beautiful umami. Look at those little babies.
How cute. And then if you can mix together our sauce, which is our dairy snack, and some coriander. I love coriander.
You would. You would love
And we have some
coriander.
salt and pepper as well.
Beautiful. You obviously
Okay.
make as much as you need.
And the sauce is already beginning to thicken a little. Oh, delicious.
The smells.
Smells so good.
It's absolutely... Engage the smell button on your TV right now and take this in. Absolutely beautiful.
And once this is thickened up, you just want to run your cauliflower florets through the sauce and serve it with your dipping sauce.
Absolutely beautiful. And as a jumping off point, this is a platform to take it anywhere you want. You can head on over to expressoshow.com if you want to get the full ingredients list. Please, please try this at home. It is an absolute crowd pleaser.
Smells
Beautiful.
so good.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic!
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso and you're live on S3 in case you're wondering. Goeiemorgen and good morning. You're almost at Friday and that's why we love to bring you some entertainment ahead of that. With just 18 years behind her name, Mila Smith started her first band, Skyscrapers, at the age of 14 years old. And a few months later, after recording their first EP, got to open a show for Freshly Ground. But in the year 2018, Mila Smith went solo. Now, before we get into that, here's a little taste of what Mila is all about.
But baby, can't you see? I don't like liars. I don't like fakes. I like to love you, but throw you away. Oh, I don't like liars.
Sorry, I do apologize. I need to give you a proper welcome. Can we give a massive welcome to Mila Smith, ladies and gentlemen? Yes! 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 I had to do that because you're fresh out of matric.
I am.
You know, like literally fresh out of matric. Did you get your marks recently?
I did.
And how'd you do? Are you good?
6 distinctions, so I'm very...
Sorry, what? 6 distinctions.
Indeed.
Wow, sure. So why weren't there 7?
I know. Math. Let me tell you, math, they get you.
I just realized sound like my father. Oh no, I'm kidding. It's really great. But the thing is, going throughout school, and I mean, 14 years old, starting, things like skyscrapers. You falling in love with the music industry. I'd love to know what that was like. Everybody has that story about somebody saying, "Ooh, my kind, you sing so lekker. You should do this." Like, what was it like for you?
Oh, well, I think the whole music journey started very young. I remember my first memory really is like singing in my grand's garden about my day. Gran made me tea this morning, and that's where it started.
That sounds like a hit.
It is a hit.
Okay, good.
Watch out, everybody. And then you fast forward to Skyscrapers, which was founded literally with boys a grade younger than me. And that's when I really started to realize, like, this could be something, sharing original music with the world.
Yeah.
And then when the band disbanded, I was like having a teen life crisis. I was like, what am I going to do now? But then I continued and I got reached out by this record label called Platoon. And through them, I was able to write and create and collaborate with all these different artists. And that's when, in 2021, I released my first single, Lies and Fakes, which you heard earlier.
Yep.
And now, fast forward 2023, I'm free, I'm matriculated, and I'm just ready to do more.
The world, it feels like it's right there.
Yes, exactly.
It's the walk, okay?
Yeah.
And plans now, are we going to study further, or do you want to focus on music now?
Oh, I think it's going to be a bit of both.
Okay, good.
I'm looking to study at UCT. I've actually been at their orientation this whole week, so I'm arriving late.
Oh, so obviously you got accepted. I mean, they do only accept 7 distinctions, but I mean, you did okay.
Yeah, I just made the cut.
Yeah, wowza. What are you studying?
I'm doing a BA, and I haven't decided my majors. I'm thinking doing media and writing, history, maybe politics, and gender studies as well. So I'm really excited about that.
That is going to be great. And, when it comes to picking majors, just a little advice from my side. Remember, the concept of education is a proof of concept that you can complete something and do it proficiently and stick to it. And that consistency is definitely what people look for in the future job market, which is great. You're going to do so well. And I mean, if I look at songs like, Nice Guy being released into the world and that sort of thing, you're proficient at a lot of things, you're consistent. What about Nice Guy? I'd like to know a bit more about that particular track.
So Nice Guy is the most recent single that's been released. Released it in the midst of matric exams in November. And essentially, Nice Guy is written about someone who calls himself a nice guy, but in reality, they're anything but. And I mean, this was based on a completely fictional scenario. Like when I was writing it, I imagined 2 people on a date, and originally everything's going well, they're hitting it off, and either he says something or he does something that just alerts this girl, something's not right. But instead of sitting back and taking the treatment, she gets revenge. Either she steals his keys and drives off into the sunset, calls the cops, something major.
Yeah.
And it was that fictional scenario that Nice Guy was born, and it became this pop punk track. And it was such fun because I've never done anything like that. And that's what I love about music, is you're able to venture into all these different avenues that you might have not explored. And it turned out pretty good. So, yeah.
Very, very, very good. And I mean, are we looking at an EP over here? Are we looking at something, a body of work that you want to release? I don't want to throw things out there or get any scoops from you. Maybe I do, but what do you think?
Yes, there will be an EP this year. I'm thinking in the first half of this year.
Oh, excuse me.
Keep your eyes peeled.
I know what the name of the EP is going to be.
Well, now.
6 distinctions. That's the name right there.
I love it. I love it. You've got it.
I've got it's down.
How did you know?
I am so excited to see you perform today on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's going to be great. But I think there's a lot of things in your future. Just a quick one. We've got this really cool social media question about a first date, and a question that you'd ask to make sure that there's no red flags.
Yes.
Do you have a question in mind that you think is important to ask at a first date?
Okay. Yes, there is a question actually.
Yes.
And this is coming from someone that's never been on a first date.
Okay.
Just saying. I think I'd get political like really quick. I'd be like, are you a feminist? Do you believe?
Just like that?
Just be like, I'd maybe like between like the meal
Yeah.
and dessert. I'd be like, hey, are you a feminist? Or something. Just
Really?
something in there, casual like. I'll be like smooth with it even. I'll be like, hey.
Like while you're sipping the water at the table,
Are you
know?
feminist? Like, it comes spitting out. And that's when I'll know.
I love that. I
Thank
really
you
do.
very much.
Yo, that was quite deep though. I'm very
deep.
simple. I just want to know if you're going to take the trolley back to the trolley place when you take you wrap up your shopping.
That's an even better
You know,
one.
exactly.
That's an even better
That's
one.
what I'm going to tell you all about you. But anyway, Mila, thank you so much for being here, sharing so much. I cannot wait to hear you sing later. And I know you're looking forward to it. As always, if you love it, 063-408-8863. Make sure you get all of your opinions out there at your feel-good breakfast show right here on S3.
Could also open with
What a time.
how many distinctions did you get?
That's where the water's going. It's going. Is that the yardstick for a good first date? Oh my days!
I think she's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
she's gonna be okay.
alright.
Absolutely beautiful. Cannot wait to hear her perform. Just like she is doing right now, you can as well. It is time for you to unlock your 100% this year.
Absolutely. Crush is bringing you a new TV show on SABC2 hosted by the man himself, Ryle de Mornay, who will be going on a journey to help you unlock your 100% and live to your full potential.
And we are seeing, I'm going to call them the most crazily diverse cast of people. And it's a cast, but it's actually real people wanting to take the step in their own life. And in the season premiere of Unlock Your 100%, and that's next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m., we're going to meet an incredible person, a volunteer, mother of 3, who dreams of becoming a professional baker. So many of our viewers right now are like, that's me.
That's me.
That's me. That's me. And you get to have a front row seat to follow her journey as she learns those necessary, vital skills and gains, hopefully, the confidence to bake a birthday cake for her very first celebrity client.
Can you imagine that kind of pressure? But it's the kind of pressure that will allow you to unlock your 100%, which is exactly what we're looking for. So do keep an eye out on Crush's social media pages for more information on the Unlock Your 100% with Crush TV show coming soon on the 1st of February, in fact, at 7:30 on SABC2. Plus, you don't also stand a chance of winning thousands of prizes when you buy Crush.
You're open with that.
It's The Crush. Unlock your 100% TV show. Catch all the excitement as we unlock Crush fans' full potential to live their dreams. Watch the show on SABC2 starting on the 1st of February every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Plus, you stand a chance to win your share of thousands of prizes. Simply buy any Crush and follow the pack for entry details. Crush. 100% goodness.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
What an Inspired Thursday on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back to it. We've had such a lovely morning so far, filled with inspiration on all fronts, I'd say.
Absolutely. I mean, we have been really waiting and baking in anticipation to see who the winner of this incredible competition is. The delicious smell of freshly baked cake is taking over the studio as our final two duos work to put their best Christmas showstopper forward in the Golden Baker Search Festive Edition Grand Finale.
Take a look.
The Golden Baker Search continues its finale time and our duos are cracking on. There is a quiet intensity in this kitchen today, which is exactly what we need. They've got to have their eyes on the prize. It's 50,000 Rand up for grabs. I want to know what that 50K is going to mean to these contestants. Let's find out. Dalila, you seem really calm, which is a good sign. You guys seem to be in a groove here, which is great for now. I want you to think about the future. 50K, that's a lot of money. What will that mean to you and your baking dreams?
Might change my life. Might change my life, but I was always taught not to look too far into the future. You can always plan and hope, but it is what it is. So it will change my life. I might be able to achieve a dream that I've had my whole life. Maybe open or start a little baking business on the side. I don't know yet.
There is something special going on in this little dynamic here. 50K. What is that going to mean to you and your culinary dream?
It's gonna, well, I can buy an oven. Love to not necessarily start my own baking business and go big with that, but just to do more of this, to go into food styling, to develop recipes and to just do something different. We don't need to whisk it again.
Hey?
Do we need to whisk this again?
There. Can you see, I forgot now, you remembered. I love that. Thank you so much.
A lot of cakes on the go here. You've heeded the judges' advice.
Yeah.
How many cakes are you actually creating now?
We're trying to see if we can make 6.
Okay.
Different sizes though, so not like 6 large ones, but just different sizes.
Sure.
Play around with the sizes just for our design. Of course, design is going to be beautiful, but I think the flavor of the cake, I've allowed Delilah, well, not allowed, but I mean, she's a machine on her own and she's got some amazing ideas and amazing flavor combinations. And I was like, girl, this is your call. Let me help you. Yeah, your time to shine. And I've added a few elements, and I think the flavors she had already, stunning.
Can I say something? I really appreciate Tando.
Oh, man.
I want to use the word I appreciate her because she's really helped me quite a bit.
I know, she does it every day for me, so I get where you're coming from.
She's brilliant, people, brilliant.
Showstopper means, for me, it's going to be something not just that looks great, but it tastes amazing. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something massive, but it should punch in every other aspect there is, in the looks, in the taste, in the plating.
Showstopper is something that you look at and your jaw drops. It's something that makes you say, wow.
So guys, I can see you're quite busy with quite a few flavors.
Yes.
So I'm imagining that that is potentially your wow factor.
Yes, it is.
It is indeed.
I've tried this flavor and I absolutely love it. It's very Christmassy. Brings me back to my roots because I based it on a cookie that we make in Madeira called Broche de Nel. Well, it's a basic vanilla sponge flavor, but I've added in a bit of ground cloves, a bit of ground cinnamon, a bit of ground aniseed, tablespoon of molasses. Yes, molasses in the cupcake does work. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
What is going to be the wow?
The wow.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be wow.
Wow.
My rule, and this is something that I've told her also, nothing leaves your kitchen without your approval. What we want you to do is bring that a variety of spices that's all going to be that will have a continuous flow to it. So
It's like an evolution of flavor.
Yes, each one will have its
Combination of
individual
Christmas.
flavor, but it will be a feast for the tongue.
It sounds like you guys have a lot to do as well. Is there anything? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
Dude, I don't think we're gonna need that the Rice Krispie
Our bake is well underway. The plans seem succinct. The teams are definitely on the same page. It's not just about 50K. It's about taking that first step towards a new future, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Stick around.
Well, time is ticking and the pressure is increasing up in that kitchen. So very shortly, we'll be finding out which one of our contestant and chef baking duo will be walking away with that title and the grand prize of 50,000 Rand. Make sure that you don't miss out. But in the meantime, if you are feeling equally inspired to be in the kitchen, here's some more inspiration for you.
We are making date night easier by taking the stress of a menu out of the equation with our Be Well pomegranate and aubergine summer salad with a creamy dressing, topped with the beautiful fresh flavors of pomegranate, fresh herbs, and a creamy lemonade. It's a winning recipe that's perfect for two. Hi, Chef Michaela. It's been a minute. It has. It really has.
I know.
It has. We are going to use aubergine in a date night menu. How perfect.
Yes.
Right.
There's so many different names for aubergine.
You can call it aubergine, eggplant, brinjal.
Brinjal.
Is there another one that I'm missing?
No, I think that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was it. It actually wasn't that much.
Oh, no, the three is there, exactly.
But like one vegetable that has 3 names.
There are a few of them as well, you know.
Yeah.
Zucchini, marrow, I suppose, is another one. You could call it.
Baby marrow.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So we want to drizzle it with our Be Well olive oil.
Drizzling, yo. We have a lovely question going on social media around, the question you asked that'll tell you all you need to know about the other person on the first date.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about that? Like a question that
Do we know what the question is?
No, I'm asking you. Like you have to ask the first date. Like earlier I said that, do they take the trolley back?
No.
Oh.
So my thing is always seeing how nice someone is to the waitering staff in restaurants. And also the other question is, do you like animals?
That's perfect. You have to like animals, don't they?
Because what kind of like villain doesn't like animals?
That's good. Anyway, I won't get into your deep private life RE,
Yes.
whether you're single or not. We're not going to do that now. But what we are going to do is say, hey, you've got,
Hey, Rissa.
That's right. Hey, Rissa. It's actually, that's a sentence. Hey, Rissa, honey. And what did you put in there? Exactly.
Just that.
Just that,
Yeah,
Rissa and honey.
100%
I love that
that's what it
combination. That alone for any sort of vegetable, protein, that works for me. I think it's great.
Oh.
That's lovely.
Then we have some lentils.
That's it.
Whoop,
You know what? It's also on a first date. It's always important to be a lentilman.
How far can we go with this today?
We can go very far today. All right, we can.
Pomegranates?
Pomegranate?
Oh, you have to come up with a new one for that?
Really? If you have palm, I'll grab it.
Pistachio.
Palm, I'll grab it.
Oh,
It works almost there.
Okay.
Thank you. Pistachio.
Parsley.
That's it. Also works because
wanna
you drive
mix
me
that
nuts.
all in. I guess we roast that in the oven.
What's that? I can't make things
the
about that. That already has its own emoji. I'm not going to do that now.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Great.
Cool, and we just mix this all together.
Okay, while you mix together, I've got some information for you because the thing is, on this particular menu date, I do my research. In fact, lemonade and extra virgin olive oil, a Be Well's flavored mayonnaise range, gives you a taste you want with the high omega-3 you need. Their mayonnaise is naturally gluten-free, GMO, dairy and egg-free, and they are ideal for making dips and dressing for salads and being the base for a tasty wrap or even a cake or even a date. The Be Well extra virgin olive oil carries a fresh, grassy aroma, I can smell it right now, and a distinct peppery aftertaste that will liven up your favorite dish and, of course, a date. Now, we've got some, those are great for a date, eh? Onions.
Yeah.
Right?
You smell great.
You do. You put some stuff in front of me here. Like, what am I supposed to do? I would love to know. Talk to me.
You have all these wheels of feta.
Because feta makes it...
Fatter.
Better. Oh, fatter, doesn't matter. Okay, and feta makes it fatter. That's a new one for me. Right, and then, so we got some mint.
Some honey. And
oh, you know what this is for? Because I'm about to make a commitment. Yes! The state's going so well. Honey, and then we've got our lemonade.
Yes, and we just want to chuck it all in.
So I'm going to just drop...
I have some water to
and then
lose
I'm going to just drop... Can I crumble that in because it's going to just blend better, right? No?
I mean, if you feel like it.
Okay, well, then I won't. I'm going to trust you, Chef.
TV time,
you
go
for
fast.
it.
Go fast.
And then all the mint.
Yes.
That's all the mint. That's a commitment.
That is
That's what you're talking about there.
Yeah.
And then?
Honey.
Honey. Honey. That's it. Honey
Honey
is...
for your honey.
Honey. I'm not sure if you're one for terms of endearment, but like, honey seems to be the most popular one.
I mean, I once dated a dude and called him Borky.
Really? Are you that? Are you one of those? Okay. And then?
It was more of a mutual thing. Lemonades, yes.
How much lemonades?
You want to do a quarter cup-ish.
A quarter cup-ish?
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was great, actually.
My ratios are fantastic.
A little bit of water.
A dash of water.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, cool. And then put the lid on and blend it.
And then we're good to go.
And then hopefully, if it's not loose enough, you just keep adding more. Nice, 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 nice.
That's it. Okay, here we go. It's gonna... This is happening.
Yes.
You know what? This is... the color here is great. Also, don't have a date in a noisy spot. It doesn't work out for chatting to people.
We're wearing mics.
There we go. Now it's working. I like doing this.
I also do that, and you're not supposed to.
Don't tell anybody. Well, it's not as loose as it could be, but the thing is, it's still working. Now, while we work through that, it's going to have a little bit more water. I have to just share some things with you.
Okay.
And these things are quite important. I just want to thank you for the recipe, number one. I actually like that viscosity. There's a big word. Now, you can actually win big with Be Well. They are giving away a 150,000 Rand grand prize, and you stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Rand. Simply purchase your favorite Be Well product, take a photo of yourself and your Be Well product, and send the picture to any of the Be Well social media platforms, or WhatsApp it to this number, 060-582-3678, along with your name and contact number. T's and C's can be found on the Be Well website. Be Well, cook well, enjoy your dates, and get the recipe on our lovely website, which is expressoshow.com. Let's enjoy.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. We have been chomping at the bit to hear this young star perform. Mila Smith is here to perform her debut single, and we are in for a treat. So let's not waste any more time. Here she is with Liars and Fakes. Take it away, girl.
Special, just an adjective used for me. And baby, I felt special. Thought that you'd never leave. Hashtag new bestie. So quick to message when I succeed. Things go quiet and then you leave. Who you trying to be? Oh. Who you trying to be? Further and further, nobody catches me. They said stay strong, but I'm feeling weak like baby, can't you see? I don't like liars, I don't like fakes. Act like they love you but throw you away. Oh, I don't like liars, I don't like fakes. All you gotta do is pick up their mistakes. Their mistakes. Heart is racing, and I don't wanna face it. My heart is aching. Thought this was permanent, now it's the end. Now things are quiet and I must leave. Don't come back when I succeed. It's who I'm trying to be. Oh, who I'm trying to be. Further and further, nobody catches me. They said stay strong, but I'm feeling weak, longing for someone to stand with me. Oh, but baby, can you see? I don't like liars, I don't like fakes. Act like they love you but throw you away. Oh, I don't like liars, I don't like fakes. All you gotta do is pick up their mistakes. I don't like liars, I don't like fakes. Act like they love you, throw you away. I don't like liars, I don't like fakes. All you gotta do is pick up their mistakes. I don't like liars, I don't like fakes. Act like they love you, throw you away. I don't like liars, I don't like fakes. All you gotta do is pick up their mistakes.
Wow. Oh, man, there are so many things I want to say right now, but I've got to ask you, how did that feel?
That felt great. That felt excellent.
So we got the three. Are you a liar? Are you a fake? Are you a feminist? Those are the three questions we're going to ask. Okay, we got it down.
Love it, love it.
You are a special one. Thank you so much for sharing this with us this morning.
thank
Two
you.
more performances coming your way. Do not move a muscle, but right now we move into the second hour of the show with those news headlines. Well done. Sure.
Well, just about a minute before 7 o'clock and a time for us to reflect on the news headlines this morning. On the national news front, Cape Town residents with solar systems will soon be able to sell their excess electricity to the metro to boost the capacity of the local authority's energy network and combat rolling blackouts. The mayor, Jordan Hill-Lewis, says the city has received approval from the government to pay households for the electricity they contribute to the metro's grid. Now, the city of Cape Town is usually able to reduce load shedding by a stage due to its 180 megawatts hydroelectric power plant at the Steenbras Dam out in Gordons Bay. Now, the U.S. Treasury Department and South Africa's National Treasury have agreed to form a task force to combat illicit finance linked to illegal wildlife trade, U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has said. Now, speaking at the Dinokeng Game Reserve outside Pretoria, Yellen told the SA officials that the new task force aims to boost information sharing between the two countries' financial intelligence units and to strengthen controls to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. Yellen is also still due to visit Zambia and Senegal. On the international news front this morning, after weeks of reluctance, Germany has agreed to send Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine in what Kiev hopes will be a game changer on the battlefield. Now, Chancellor Olaf Scholz announced the decision to provide 14 Leopard tanks at the cabinet meeting yesterday. U.S. President Joe Biden, his administration is expected to soon announce plans to send at least 30 M1 Abrams tanks. A Kremlin spokesperson earlier said that the tanks would, quote, burn like all the rest. He said there was an overestimation of the potential these tanks would bring up to Ukraine in terms of their army. Now, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has added his voice to growing international condemnation following the murder of leading Eswatini human rights lawyer Thulani Maseko over the weekend. His death followed warnings from King Mswati III to those calling for democracy in the kingdom that his mercenaries would deal with them. Maseko was the founder of a coalition of opposition parties known as the Multi-Stakeholder Forum, one of the groups calling for an end to Africa's last absolute monarchy. And then finally, Angela Bassett has made history as the first Marvel Cinematic Universe star to be nominated for an acting Oscar for her role as Queen Ramonda in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. She's been nominated in the Best Supporting Actress category and is also a favorite to bag an Oscar on the 12th of March, having already secured Golden Globe and Critics' Choice Awards for the role. Now, the film secured 4 other nominations, including visual effects and costume design. Bassett was previously nominated for a Best Actress Academy Award for her portrayal as singer Tina Turner in the biopic What's Love Got to Do With It. Disney's Black Panther sequel sold some $330 million in tickets and set a record in the United States and Canada in November last year. In 2019, the movie Black Panther won 3 Academy Awards after garnering 7 Oscar nominations, including the first Best Picture nomination for a superhero movie. So here's to wishing Angela Bassett all of the best, Your Majesty. That's it for the news. Right now, let's take a quick look at what's happening in the world of sport, and Graham has the latest.
Thank you so much, Kat. Let's stay with women doing the most in their particular roles as the Proteas absolutely dominated yesterday. In fact, the Proteas women secured an emphatic 10-wicket win over the West Indies in their T20 Tri-Series encounter. So the Windies won the toss. They chose to bat first. The hosts bowled with consistency and accuracy to restrict their opponents to 97 for 6 in their allotted 20 overs, thanks largely to figures of 2 for 24 by Tumi Sekokune. Then Tasman Brits and opening partner Laura Wolfart made light work of the total as Brits notched up 50, Wolfart scoring 42 in a 98-run partnership that saw the side over the line. So South Africa next play India this coming Saturday. Then on to tennis. It looks like another record is beckoning for Novak Djokovic as he continued his quest for a record-extending 10th Australian Open title by demolishing Andrei Rublev 6-1, 6-2 and 6-4 to book his spot in the last 4 of the year's first Grand Slam, now for the 10th time. As a result, he'll play Tommy Paul. That was after the American beat fellow countryman Ben Shelton in 4 sets. Then on the women's side of the draw, Magda Linette, she continued her dream run, stunning former world #1 Karolina Pliskova to set up a semi-final against Aryna Sabalenka. In the 5th seed, Sabalenka, she earned her spot in the semis by out-muscling Donna Vekic 6-3 and 6-2, while Linette, she beat Pliskova 6-3 and 7-5. Then some wonderful news on the footballing front from a South African perspective, certainly. One of our own has gotten a massive opportunity. Burnley have announced the signing of South African international Lyle Foster from Belgian side KVC Westerlo for an undisclosed fee at this stage. The 22-year-old striker has penned a 4.5-year deal at Turf Moor and becomes the Currag's 3rd signing of the January transfer window. The Soweto-born Foster began his career with Orlando Pirates and has since played for Monaco, Brugge and Victoria. The 9-capped international has also scored 8 goals and registered 3 assists this season so far, so certainly putting his hand up. And finally, we round off with netball and sadly a trial by fire for the Proteas ladies. The Diamonds of Australia have retained their netball quad series title after beating their arch rivals New Zealand in a tight one, 56-50 in that final. Australia came into the match unbeaten in this year's tournament and had to come back from 31-30 down at halftime to pick up the win. South Africa, meanwhile, finished in last place after losing 49-42 to England in that 3rd place playoff. Bearing in mind, these are the 3 best teams in the world. The Proteas do still, however, have a bit of work to do ahead of the World Cup, having lost 3 of their 4 matches at the tournament, but this might just be the kind of testing ground we need to toughen up. And that's where we leave our sport for this hour at least. As you wake up and head off to work, let's make sure you get there safely with the traffic.
And here's what to look out for. Let's start in Cape Town, Western Cape. There is congestion on the N2 inbound at Jakes Gerwel Drive. You can expect delays. And then let's get on over to the Eastern Cape, Willowvale. There is protest action, on the R408 towards Dorchwa. Please use an alternative route this morning. That's it for the traffic. Have a safe trip to work. Now let's start with some weather news for you. Now, technology to remove the planet-warming greenhouse gas CO2 from the atmosphere must be urgently ramped up, leading climate experts to say in a new report. Now, large cuts in CO2 emissions won't be enough to limit global warming, and nature alone will not be able to remove enough of it from the air. The new report, titled "The State of Carbon Dioxide Removal," says that to restrict and reduce global temperatures in the future, there needs to be investment in developing technological solutions right now. Lead author Dr. Steve Smith of Oxford University says currently almost all of the world's CO2 removal occurs through natural processes, but there are limits to how much nature can do. He adds that to restrict and reduce global temperatures in the future, there needs to be investment in developing technological solutions urgently. The reason why we have to do that is we want to protect these amazing sunrises that you send us. And for our 7 a.m. update, we had this one sent in by William Jumat, who shared the stunning red crimson sunrise all the way from Virginia Beach. Chantal shared this beautiful blush pink sky from Strand. And then John showcased the smoky sky with the birds flying along the horizon out in Witpoortjie. And then finally, Arusha Singh sent through this beautiful violet and orange lit sky all the way from the City of Gold. We love it. Share yours right now. If you see something great, please share it with us. 063-408-8863. We'd love to see how you wake up in your area as we get into the temperatures you can expect in your area today. Let's start in Polokwane, as always. 14 is your minimum. You rise to 30 degrees Celsius today. That's looking nice and clear for you too. Bombela, you've got a sunny day ahead. An 84% chance of rain here and there, I must say, but 16 to 27. Pretoria, 17 is how you start your day. Partly cloudy, 31 degrees is your top. Johannesburg, you max out at 28 from a low of 15. Mahikeng, 19 up to 33. Some thunder expected, a 40% chance of precipitation. Gladstone, 18 to 31, 25% chance of rain for you. Thunder also expected in Kimberley, 18 to 32 degrees Celsius. And then Bloemfontein, 15 is how you wake up, 30 is how you thaw out a little later. Now let's head on over to Richards Bay, 20 to 28, 75% chance of rain. Pietermaritzburg, 19 to 27. Durban, you've got 23 on the cards this morning, a nice and warm morning. 28 is your high. Tata, you can expect 17, and you rise up to 28 degrees Celsius. 43% chance of rain for you. Now East London, 20 to 27 is your temperature there. Cradock, 16 to 32, some thunder expected. Gqeberha, you've got 19 to 26. George, 16 to 25. Cape Town, 17 to 25 for you. Worcester, you're looking nice and hot today. 36 is the max from a low of 15. You top at 32, Sutherland. 13 is your low. And then you've got a 21-degree low in Uppington. And naturally, the top temperature over there, 39 degrees Celsius. Hydrate, be safe, and stick with us. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Where there's inspiration aplenty. Big shout out to Lyle Foster doing big things, and I'm sure inspiring so many across the country. And this morning you've had Mila Smith as well on the piano with the beautiful vocals inspiring you. And if you're a baker, we've got you sorted out. The oven is preset at 180, and we'll be continuing our journey with, of course, our big challenge for those hopeful bakers and their chefs who hope to take away that title and the grand prize of 50,000 Rand. Then we'll also be getting into the kitchen to make some delicious churros served with some Clover classic custard. So much to look forward to. Stay tuned.
Mama see, Mrs. I make the pots to be done. Famous for shisa nyama and shisayo. One touch here, one touch there. Fast food and even faster payments. Everybody wins Gwa Mama see. I mean, come on, man.
I am such a champ right now.
This summer, we are not just players. We are all champions. Unlock your profits with a quicker pause and qualify for a cash advance. Better together. Vodacom.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
This is not
where our final two duos are on top of their game.
Are you a baker?
Oh, yeah.
Or a candlestick maker?
It's time to shake things up a little. Keep it flowing. I love that vibe.
Wait, let me get back to it.
Yes, yes. Uh-huh. That's right. Yes. This is the vibe we're going for. So let's check how the showstopper bakes are coming along with this beautiful music interlude and see how things are rising.
Bake me a cake, bake me a cake.
Bake me a cake.
Cake. No.
Cakey.
Back in the hot seat with those in the hottest seats in the house. We're almost at the halfway point of this 3-hour bake. It's a mammoth session. Our contestants have heeded your advice. There's multiple backup plans going, which is great.
Yeah, I think I'm particularly impressed. They do seem like they are fairly on track.
They're very calm. And sometimes being too calm may mean you're too slow.
Need a bit of fire.
We need a bit of fire.
I'm very concerned that there are still batters going into the oven because now
it should be out by now.
it's that question about putting it in the freezer to cool again and getting a dense sponge and all those things, and then in the end just like scrambling.
We've been through this, not again.
At this point you should have your cakes out cooling.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Because there's almond flour in there, right? So if you want to cut any cake with texture, or even a very moist cake, you bake it, right? You wrap it, pop it into the freezer, all that moistness just entraps and flavor stays there, right? Then you cut it with a hot knife. Then you get clean, straight lines.
Okay. Oh, there's cake leaking.
So that's what we were
Because
smelling.
we're
Thank
struggling
goodness,
like this
Thando.
for a machine we know.
No! Can I pull a Dalila and just collapse it? Please? What is going on here?
I'm not seeing a huge amount of finished bakes out, gradually coming out here. Are you on track? Are you guys on point, eh?
You're actually just on time. I'm going to pull one out now.
Brilliant.
So we've actually made a little marshmallow Rice Krispie treat.
We used the
Toffelux.
Toffelux. Yes. Zero in one of those.
This is a nice crunchy biscuit.
Made from a premix.
From a premix. So we want to show people that how versatile Golden Cloud is, right? And we did a cookie base with it, and we're going to top this because picture this with a beautiful chai latte white chocolate cheesecake. Eh?
Sassy, eh? You're so sassy. Guys, right now, what I really want you to do is stop what you're doing and step away from your station. Stop the clock. Right now, step back. Now, I want you to look into the eyes of your partner, okay, with all the love and care that you can muster, and say goodbye.
No!
The remainder of our grand finale will be completed alone. Our celebrity chefs, you've been amazing. Thank you so much. Your role in this kitchen is done. We also give back. They've got a little something that has to be included in the bake. Okay?
Pistachios.
Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Strawberries.
Oh, wow. Before you go, Thando, any last words that you'd like to depart with?
First of all, you're amazing, and you really do have this, like, your flavors, everything is going to be beautiful. Don't doubt yourself for one bit. You can really execute this bake just how we planned it.
I know you are going to deliver a masterpiece. Remember everything that I've taught you. You've got this.
Can our celebrity chefs please step away one last time from your workstation. We love you guys. Your job is done. Ta-ta.
Okay, well, knowing that the Golden Cloud team, there's always a twist somewhere. So I was expecting something to come up, but it was definitely a bombshell. You know, hearing that Tando was going to be taken away from me. But yeah, she's given me the tools that I can to move forward, and I must just stick to the plan.
Rox, how do you think this is going to change the dynamic? Is it?
I think it will. I am seeing some worried faces. I mean, when I look at Sassy, I can see that there's almost a kind of football dynamic going on where there is a game plan and we're almost just reiterating, okay, we're going to plan A or plan B.
Yeah.
So there seems to be a very strong alignment and just a reiteration of the plan.
Yeah, and I think she's been good constantly going back to that, which is maybe a good lesson for bakers to learn. Keep going back to the plan. Keep going back and reiterating. I expected to see more of a meltdown, to be quite honest.
Yeah. I think it's kudos to the celebrity chefs. They kept it calm, they kept it cool. It was that mentee-mentor relationship. I still believe we're going to get brilliant bakes.
Just on your thing about the breakdown, I have a feeling we're going to have one.
Oh, it might
I have a feeling one's going to happen because now it's anyone's game.
Yeah. It's 1.5 hours left to complete the ultimate Christmas showstopper. Do they have it in them? We're going to find out.
What an incredible competition, and remember, when you see it next, it'll be a countdown to the grand finale of our Golden Baker search. But talking about baking, I feel like we need to have something lovely, and I can tell you a little thing that you need in your life right now is churros. Gracias.
Absolutely. With all of the baking happening in the studio, we're making some desserts of our own right now.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic.
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.
So, what happens when you combine a classic French eclair with a Mexican churro? Well, you get a delectable churro eclair that is both muy delicioso and très bien. It's quick and easy to make, this particular one, and it'll leave a sweet memory mark that is timeless in taste. And Michaela's going to be here helping us put this together. A churro eclair? Or is it an eclair churro? No, it's a churro eclair, right? That makes...
Churro eclair.
Churro eclair! You might have just invented something new here.
Where's
I like
Carl
that.
when you need him?
Churro eclair?
Churro eclair.
Churro eclair. All right, so you got some butter going into the pot.
Some water. So obviously they make me do my least favorite thing on television.
Which is to?
Which is a choux pastry.
Oh, really? Why is that your least favorite thing to do on television?
In general.
Oh, in general. Just
Choux
that the
is-
cameras are here to capture it now, making
Choux
it
is my least fave. I can do it. I just don't like it.
Yeah?
Because I find choux is a bit of an instinctual bake.
Okay. So you got to take your time and kind of figure it out for yourself.
It's not even that.
Yeah?
Like, every single time you make it, it's going to be slightly different. Okay. Depending on what size eggs you use.
Yes.
Because that's basically the deciding factor of it. You can, like, mess the batter up so quickly. So a lot of recipes will say, like, use 3 eggs. Don't use 3 eggs. Like, whisk them together and then eyeball it.
Okay.
Until it forms a smooth batter.
You know, I told the whole country that this is super easy to make, right?
Oh, never mind. It's super easy to make.
But of course, as a baker, like the one thing that I've heard about baking is that it is a bit of a science.
Yes.
Things need to be quite precise, measurements and all that kind of.
Once you know the basics of baking, you can adjust accordingly.
Yes.
Like if in real life, I don't really stick to the science anymore because instinctually I kind of know what needs to happen.
So you just added 3 ingredients over there, which are?
Flour. You just need to cook it down until the flour actually has cooked because you don't want raw flour.
Right.
And you need to cook this until it forms like a ball dough. We have some sugar and we have some salt.
Some salt.
So it's kind of coming together now.
That's looking good.
Yeah, while that's still cooking down, because that actually needs a little bit longer for the flour to cook out, I have some of our Clover Classic custard happening over here, and we just boiled a little bit, and we're going to add some milk chocolate.
Oh, Lovely,
Yes.
lovely stuff. All right, that's going to be quite a beautiful mixture, and then you're going to add...
If you just mix that into a slurry for me.
Okay, so this is going to be part of our...
It just
the
thickens up
eclairy
the...
part.
It thickens up the filling for the eclairs.
Oh, so that's actually going to go into that mixture over there.
We're going to
Okay.
pipe this into our churros.
Okay, good. So I think this is good. This is the slurry you were looking for. Do you want it a bit...
No, that's
more?
good. Does everything... Ooh, lovely.
Apologies. That's a bit of
That was great,
over-enthusiasm on my part.
Okay, so you just want the chocolate to melt down.
Shall we?
Yeah, might as well.
Here we go.
We can thicken it up already. It will just be like choc chip.
Alrighty, I'll just put this down here for 1 second.
And then on the far end, we have some caster sugar and some cinnamon because that's going to add the like churro vibe of it.
Okay, so I need to mix these two together?
Yes. And we also have some pre-made eclair batter there for you if you want to pipe those into long logs.
Long logs of churros. Just remind me again, so we're going to sprinkle this sugar or caster sugar and cinnamon combination on top of our churros.
Yes, we're going to roll our our
Okay.
finished product in it. So
Pastry's looking pretty good.
yes, so
There
you
we
want
go.
to take it while it's already, let me just turn the stove off.
There we go.
Hot, and then you start going. So
Okay, I feel like this is a crucial part that you need. Yeah, add the egg slowly.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to create scrambled eggs.
you can do this with a stand mixer as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's all about releasing the steam in the batter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
While you do that, I'm going to pipe our churros.
Nice.
That's about, is that about right? Longer than that.
That's fine.
No, talk to me about it. I want to do it right.
That's good. Yeah.
Your
Just
made me
a little bit straighter.
A bit straighter. Okay, this, okay. I'm going to pipe it from the top. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Churros, churros.
Looking better.
Et voila.
Yes.
Okay, let's do a few more of those. We should probably give them a bit more space because they are going to expand.
Yes.
I'll go one over here. Okay, this is my last one that I'm doing.
Nice.
Looking good. Okay, so you'll add those, or you'll have those in your oven for how long?
You want to bake it at a high temperature so that they puff up. So 190 for 10 minutes, then reduce the heat to 150. Bake it again for another 15 to 20 minutes, just so it cooks all the way through.
Okay, good. So we know what to do with that.
Yes.
I think let's get to the good part.
So
let's skip to the good part where you've got your combination over there of the Clover Classic custard along with your milk chocolate and that beautiful thickener that we had. So you're going to get a...
You just want to make a little indent in the base and just
then fill it up.
from the bottom.
With a beautiful Clover
did
Classic
you see
custard.
It poked out a little.
I saw it puffing up a
There
little.
we go.
Hey, and speaking of that Clover Classic custard, of course, it's a versatile snack that you can use as a dessert. It's creamy, it's delicious, and certainly brings back those memories, nostalgia, when you think about those
100%.
good... Oh, my word.
There
That
we
looks
go.
great.
Okay, then we just want to brush it with either some butter or a simple syrup, which is just a combination of water and...
How you do that?
Oh, there we go. You just want to brush it on the top just so it gives the sugar and cinnamon something to stick onto. And if you can just roll that in our cinnamon sugar.
Oh, okay. There's still that last part. Okay.
Yes.
So you got to get this.
Dunk
Roll
it on in
here a
there.
bit. There we go. And
Oh.
voila. There's
There we
one.
go.
And dos.
Oh.
And dos. It's
Okay.
French. It's French.
French and Mexican.
Mexican. There we go. Lovely stuff. That
Lovely.
looks amazing. Michaela, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Super easy. Very easy.
Yeah, it was
very
super
delicious.
easy, guys. Yeah.
Well done.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's see if we can inject even more feel good this morning. Now, the platforms people use to seek out romantic partners have evolved dramatically throughout history, but I think most notably over the last couple of years. And this evolution has continued with the rise of online dating sites and mobile apps. Now, if you've never set up an online dating profile or just curious to know more about it, today we have got you covered. Today we are going to chat about the virtues and the downsides. Yes, there are some pitfalls of online dating and you need to be empowered and educated with Armand Oukamp, our good friend and the co-creator of the Afrikaans matchmaking app called Churros. I've got to say it like a dove. Churros.
You say it so beautiful.
I know. I have so much churros in my heart. And we're also joined by an online dating success story, Renee Fenter and Jan Bester. Guys, thank you so much. Can we get a round of applause for love, please? For the success of love. Because we are here for that. So congratulations, mister. I've got my hand dangling over the edge of a armchair here. That's a story for another day. But guys, thank you so much for coming out here and sharing your story, because I think this is something that terrifies a lot of people, especially if you've been out of the dating game for a while. If you're maybe a little bit more advanced in years, there are a lot of things that will push people away from that. But talk me through taking that first step. How did this all begin?
So I never was into the dating thing at all, and I think when COVID started 2020, my family actually told me, my sisters, if not now, when? So I took a lot of courage, but I set up my online profile on Churros, and it was very easy, and I was very gemakkelijk with setting it up, because it was in my own language and I can just express who I was in my own language. And it took a few months. Someone once told me it's like baking pancakes. The first few is always a flop.
Basically, you've just told me I'm never going to find love or happiness. I don't know if I've ever made a pancake.
It takes time. It takes time and it takes effort, and you have to put in the work. But I felt like that.
Yeah.
But at the end, it was totally worth it when I met Jan. A few months later.
Yeah. That's what it's about. I can see the pride just gleaming. There have been very mixed feelings about people's experiences on dating
websites and apps. A lot of them drift out of the space of finding a meaningful relationship and into the space of, I just need to find a someone. How have you guys changed that lens? Clearly, you've made it accessible, you've made it easy, but there is something about the tone or the angle that you guys have chosen that is making this simple for people. How have you found that differentiation?
Yeah, I think it's really heartwarming to hear Renee's first-hand experience of it was unintimidating, and that was from the get-go. That was because I know there are apprehensions, and I think creating an app in your language, but also we really wanted to, you know, our line in the beginning was if we should feel safe that our moms and sisters might be on this.
Exactly.
So whenever we made a decision, that was the guiding kind of force behind it. We also really tried to not make it so focused on image. As many
stuff that you could doctor.
Yes. So we give everyone the opportunity to send a letter as well, which other apps don't, you know, other platforms don't allow. So you can make a second first impression as well. That it's not just about the profile picture.
Get that layer, because also when you meet a person for the first time, your state of mind speaks volumes about how you're going to engage and interact. So I love that. There is a second chance at finding love. This is all nice and warm and safe when you're online, you're chatting for a few months, then you decide to take the plunge. Jan, what was it like meeting Renee in person for the first time, and how did you kind of go about setting that up?
We talked a lot about what we're going to do, maybe meet one another halfway. And then the first day, when we stopped in Hermanus in the morning, she got out and I'm like, okay, this is really her profile, this is really her. And then from the first minute, we just started talking, exchanging jokes. She asked a lot of questions about farming and small towns, what do you do, and there's not a lot of places to go.
City girl.
You got a lot of the same answers over and over.
Yeah, so it was with her, we chatted so long, 6 months. So just meeting the first time and this is the real person, it was just easy to communicate.
And of course, hopefully you know each other well enough not to have to carry a rose or I'm the guy in the bright green striped jacket. I'll be sitting in the corner.
I have a lot of friends that still misses the girl or the girl misses the guy.
I'm so glad that you didn't miss each other and you found each other and you found this platform to express your love, because that's what it's about. Connection means more now than ever before. Why has this become your life's mission to provide a safe place for people to meet each other?
Well, I think there's a lot of lonely people out there, especially considering what's happened over the last 3 years, and it's made it, you know, incredibly difficult for people to have to make those first connections, and also people have withdrawn significantly as well. So now the problem,
isolated ourselves. Yeah,
absolutely. So it's even become more exponential. So and also about keeping Afrikaans alive, and what better way to do that than with love and human connection and speaking the language with each other.
Exactly. Because there's more than 44, guys. There's more than 44, okay? I'm just going to say it.
Maybe 80,000, Charlies.
Come on. And there's going to be more if you've got anything to do about it. I love the fact that we are finding safe ways of making meaningful connections, because ultimately that's what life is about. If you've had any experiences with any dating apps and meeting someone online, we'd love to hear the good and the bad. 063-408-8863. Drop us a voice note. We'd love to hear from you.
And there will be a lovely part 2 of that conversation a little bit later. But thank you so much for making a date with the Feel Good Breakfast Show back on your screens, as promised, because we could never, ever hide such talent from South Africans like you. You need to see this person and also follow them on your favorite streaming platform. It's Mila Smith, and she's on stage going to perform a song that you are going to love. This is Hide in Hell.
From your vantage, and I cannot get beyond your vanity. You've been hiding in your hotel, you've been hiding in your hotel, hiding alone. They're telling me you're not well, they're telling me you're not well. Breaking slow, don't talk about reconciliation. This is a mess of your creation. Words don't mean what you say to. Kill my trust. Don't wait up. Angels cry when your name is spewed. So far gone, there's no hope for you. Down you fell. Hide in hell. Hiding. And I won't entertain conversation. It's just a ploy you used to waste my time. You say you have good intentions. Intentions that pave the road to where you hide. Hiding. You're hiding in your hotel. Hiding in hell. And you're fighting. You're fighting with your whole self. Fighting alone. And maybe it's the way you talk that's telling me enough, fixed up. It's too late to prove yourself. I'm already out of love. I don't owe anything to you. Words don't mean what you say they do. Kill my trust. Don't wait up. Angels cry when your name is spewed. So far gone, there's no hope for you. Down you fell. Hide in hell. Hide in.
Yes!
Vila, that was absolutely incredible. Hide in Hell. I picture The Weeknd collabing with you on that song. It's possible. I'm just saying. Let's do it. I'll give him a call a little bit later. I'm still on one great tick, but I'll find the answer very, very soon. But remember, another performance coming up, as well as more chats about online dating on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So stay with us. The date's not over.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast show.
Welcome back to what is proving to be a very interesting and enriching discussion. We are chatting about the virtues and the downsides of online dating, and our panel consists of Armand Oukamp, the co-creator of the amazing Afrikaans matchmaking app called Kur, and we're also joined by an online dating success story, at least for now, Renee Venter and Jan Besson. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I'm sorry, I don't want to create a crack there. Once again, thank you so much for sharing your story, because I think, you know, as you alluded to earlier, so many of us have been living in this bubble where we've kind of isolated ourselves, and this notion of human connection has become so much more important. So Jan, I'm going to put it to you. What was that spark? What was it about Renee's profile that grabbed your interest? What was that first spark for you?
Can you call it scrolling through profiles?
Kurenkus.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
I haven't used it in a long time. I think what stood out is everybody's status was, I can make braaibroodjies. Renee's was, I just don't go to a fast food joint, I can make food myself. And her photos actually was real. It wasn't a lot of fake background. You can see it was a person that I think she had all of the words in there that she could type. And you had to go through a whole, yeah, so she was just genuine from the first time, and everything on there was nice. And say, kan braaibroodjies maak.
Yeah, exactly, but she didn't even need to tell you that. You were like, I bet you she can do that. That being said, it speaks volumes about what you need to do when compiling your profile, because it is a first impression, and as much as you can get a second shot with a more in-depth letter to that person, how do we go about showing our best side from inside and out when we build our profile?
I think that's exactly what you say, inside and out, and exactly what Jan saw in Renee was personality, authenticity. And I cannot stress this enough. It's not about the most beautiful picture. It's just about a good quality photo is paramount. Well lit and just a nice shot. Nothing in the dark or weird, you know,
preferably
obscured.
Your face.
Your face. Yeah, we don't allow non-faces. But take some time with your profile, because that literally is your first introduction to potentially your forever person.
Yes.
I think that's worth thinking about, is what you want to attract when you're doing this. And if you're not honest, you're not going to get an honest response in that sense. All of this being said, you guys live, you know, just 200 kilometers apart from each other. Is that going to change? No, before we get to that point, obviously you've had an opportunity to form a relationship long distance, where that distance has been narrowed down to milliseconds, literally, because you can talk. So how has that start to your relationship helping you manage the distance between you? And maybe do you have some tips for people trying to manage a long-distance relationship? Because a lot of people right now are going, what, sorry?
So I think in the first 6 months that we chatted without meeting, I think it was easy and comfortable because we didn't meet each other yet. But after that, you kind of want to see the person more. So my tips will be communicate, make an effort, and we kind of from the start, 1 month or every 2 weeks, he would come to me and then I would drive to him. So we really do try, and it's very difficult with your already life, and I think these days people have their boyfriends or husbands with them the whole time, so they see them at night. So we don't have that at the moment. So we have to put in the effort and, oh, this is what happened to me today, or throughout the day, just a quick message, or make time at night to speak to each other. But also, still, we're both busy people, so at night, if we can't speak to each other, we make a plan to speak.
Clear about that. And you're laying the foundation for a healthy future relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is this going, Jan? Where is this going to go? No, I'm not even going to put you on the spot like that. For other gents that are sitting out there that might be denying themselves the joy and the fulfillment of having a partner in their life who really does get them and makes them braaibroodjies whenever they need, what advice do you have for that person who's resistant to taking this step?
I would say download Kur. Just take 1 or 2 photos, even a small message or wording on there. Just describe yourself, take the chance. If you don't like it, not good advice, but you can delete the app again or re-download it.
100%.
Yeah, and go on that first, second, or fourth, or seventh date. En probeer, je weet nooit, dalk moet jy ook 'n verloofde.
Yeah, they're getting married.
And you know you're going to be back on the show when that happens, okay? Can you... What is going on here, man? What is going on here? That 44 is definitely increasing now. Without a doubt, I absolutely love it. So I'm going to ask you to do two things. Make the face that you made in the photo for the profile picture.
Right.
And now, please, give him a clean suniki. Yeah, because love does conquer all. Oh, well done, buddy. I mean, we could speak forever about what you're doing, but this doesn't tell, this doesn't speak at all to the volume of love that we are experiencing here. So well done. And of course, we are going to give you the opportunity to hopefully take those first few steps yourself. And we want you to put your new knowledge that you have gained to the test, and we are launching an unbelievably cool new show to help you do it. It's going to be taking Mzansi by storm. Love is a brand new reality show that will open South Africans up to alternative forms of meeting people in innovative and very interesting ways. Let's take a little peek.
Are you looking for love but struggling to meet the right person for you? Love is an exciting new dating reality TV show that could help you find your match. WhatsApp a video introducing yourself and what you're looking for in a partner to 068 479 1441, and you could be selected to take part in the TV show. Enter now on 068 479 1441. Love is Love, coming soon to SABC2.
If you think you fit the bill and you are keen to find love, send us a WhatsApp, a nice video introducing yourself and what you are looking for in your partner, and be authentic. Take their advice. Send it to 068 479 1441, and you may just be chosen to be a part of a brand new show that could change your life. So be bold, be honest, and SABC2's Love is Love may just find you a real connection now. So go and enter right now.
So, we are talking about online dating in general, and we asked you a little earlier on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, what are the 3 important questions you need to ask on a first date that can tell you everything you need to know about a potential partner, and you answered so beautifully. In fact, let's take a peek at a few of your answers that have come through, which is great. In fact, we've got some voice notes that have come through as well. So let's take a listen to a couple of those.
Good morning, Team Expresso. This is Natalie, bright and early from Fit Moms. And I think the 3 main questions, I mean, I'm thinking back on before I even got hooked up with my spouse, is checking out the surname. So name and surname, very important. And then, relationship that the partner has with family. So it gives you a little bit of insight on what they value. And then I think, what are their spending habits? So it also gives you a bit of insight on where am I putting myself into. But for me, one of the funniest one was, if this is the one, the surname. Yay. Thank you. Bye.
The surname. That is intriguing. Okay, it's a very familiar voice as well. I almost feel like that person will be doing fitness on your Feel Good Breakfast Show a little bit later. Is it all about the surname? We'll find out soon enough. Thank you for all of the answers. 0634088863. Please come through with a voice note. Let me take a peek at the Facebook page over here. Here are the 3 questions from Tlongwane saying, what kind of person are you? Tough question to answer, but you know what? If that's your one, it doesn't matter. What do you like and what don't you like, and what do you do for a living? Simple, easy baseline questions. Mohuera saying, what do you do for a living? Any kids? Are 2 questions that Mohuera would ask over there. Josephine, good morning. Where do you work is important to Josephine. Natalie, Rosalia, Daniel saying, name, surname, family, and spending habits, as you heard in the voice note a little earlier. Interesting how Natalie popped up twice. Clearly, this woman loves the camera and Expresso. Imagine she popped up on your screen right now with fitness. Just imagine.
Think about it, think about it.
Oh
Oh my word! Unbelievable. Well, we know what her name and surname is. We know what she does for a living. Now to get those spending habits, right? Well, perhaps one of those questions you might want to ask on a first date is, do you like working out? Because yes, some people prefer working out solo in their regime, and that enables them to keep track and be focused. And others do enjoy working out with a partner as well. And this is because it can help you to be motivated during the workout. It can boost your overall performance as well. And you often feel like you're having a lot more fun when you're doing it with your person as well. And so there are also a number of exercises that you can do together, which we will demonstrate right now with, of course, fitness instructor Natalie Daniels. Are you feeling good?
Good morning, Kat. It's all about feeling
good.
Okay.
How are your spending habits, by the way?
Spending habits.
Good.
Let's not go there. We're here for fitness.
All right.
Yes, let's do this.
Keep it here, keep it here, keep
So
it here.
today for me, everything about partner work, it's about fun and focus. And
So that
finding,
is
and finding the balance.
a key thing. When you're working out with your partner, fun is the key thing. Not like, hey, come on, why are you doing? You're not their personal trainer, you're their partner.
Yes, there we go. So we're going to have our DJ in the house, music dude, give us some music. So we're going to do a quick warm-up because it's very important before you just jump into things.
All right.
And you want to keep it live and spunky and lekker. So I'm going to ask you to go on that side for
Okay,
me.
I'll go to that
and
side.
we're going to jog to each other and we're just going to give each other, you know, like the whole two tens, the high fives.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. There we go.
Boom.
How many are we going to do? 10. Let's
10,
go.
yeah.
Turn it around.
Oh, you turn it around,
Yes,
okay.
let's go. 3. Let's go. Another one.
Oh.
And smile. Look happy. Look happy. Yay, love it. And how many are we? What's the count? There we go. Instructions
7.
usually miss the count. There we go.
7.
8.
9, 10.
Last
Yay.
one.
No, and 10.
Beautiful, lovely. Heart rate is going.
Absolutely, we're there.
Breathing.
Yes,
We've got to redeem you from yesterday's.
Wow.
Yesterday's.
Oh, and I see you wearing the Zoe Browns as well.
So we gotta
Those
redeem.
pinks are the Zoe Browns. Okay.
Next
cool,
one.
cool.
Next one. These are the gadgets I'm sure you have. You can do this at home. You don't necessarily have to do it at the gym. So let's test that hips.
You know, no, I have African hips. This is a bit of a small hoop for me.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Are we going to do how many counts?
Let's go 10.
3 sets of 8. So when you hula, you squat and then you pick it up. So the aim is hula doesn't touch the floor.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to catch it with your squat.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're encouraging your partner. Second set, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yes, you can. 3, 2, and 1. Last one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Well done. Always giving a motivation. Well done. I see
Love
you.
it. Go, babe. Yes, babe.
Yes, let's do this. Next one.
Yes, Boki.
Yeah, Boki. Finding the balance. So you're going to keep it in front.
Yes.
So you're going to give it a little space, and all you're going to do, you're going to lift your right leg.
Right leg. Okay, we're going right leg.
There we go. And you're going to find that balance.
There we
Okay,
go. Pass it
find
through.
Focus and
Smile.
balance. Finding the balance.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Breathe. And 8 more. And 7.
So what's for dinner tonight?
And 6. I don't know.
Okay.
Your turn.
Should we be okay?
Yeah, takeaways.
Did you buy the
No, I didn't.
Okay.
You sort yourself out.
Okay.
4, and 3, and 2, and 1.
I love it.
Good. Well
Oh
done.
my
Finding
days.
focus. Now the next one is
Yes.
to spice things up a bit more. I'm gonna throw
Yes.
hulas at you.
Okay, cool.
And you're gonna throw it back at me.
Okay, so it's coordination.
There we go. Let's go. There we go. Let's go. There we go. Yes. Finally finding the focus. Daar sy. Mooi so. Daar sy. 1 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Oh,
Fine
catch
focus,
your breath.
smile.
Catch
Are
your
we good?
breath.
We
We have
good?
all those beautiful fans going around. Last one.
Yes, last one.
Last one. You've got the stability ball.
Okay.
Okay. This one.
I'll be here.
Okay, now I'm gonna let's use 1 for now.
Oh, one for now.
1 for now.
Okay, I'm still on that side.
Yes, you here?
Okay.
Okay, so all we're gonna do, hold on to the ball.
Holding the ball.
And we're gonna work those sticks, and we're gonna push. Please don't burst the ball, and push. 8. And
Take work.
7.
Clench the
Smile,
core.
smile.
Yes, yes. Look into my eyes. Yes.
5.
Yeah, that argument we had. We good? We good about that?
And 3.
Did we sort it out?
And sort it out. And last one. Hold it there. Hold it for 8. 7. 6. All the aggression. The stress to come in the ball. Don't take it out on your partner. On
Wash the dishes,
4
please.
more. 3 more.
Just pick up your
From
socks.
there, go into a squat.
Yeah, pick up your socks.
Bring it up. Are you keeping the
Yeah.
Two
Clean the
more.
windows.
And 1.
Take out the rubbish.
Relax. Breathe. Find And then focus, last one. I'm gonna have you on. I'm actually gonna challenge you on this one.
Oh, what?
And there's a challenge.
Wait, do we have time for this?
I don't know, do we? Do we have?
I think we might. Quickly, what do we need to
30
do?
seconds, so you're on that side.
Yeah,
okay?
30 seconds is all we need.
Last one to redeem yourself.
Okay.
So you're squatting.
Squatting.
This is the first one for Expresso, first one live.
Yes.
All you're gonna do is push forward and you're gonna touch the floor. That's all I want you to do. And bring it back. Good. Gonna do 2 more. Go for it. Touch the floor. And last one, just because you can, touch the floor, lift the legs.
Oh, lift your legs. What are you talking about?
And
look at the core string. He might go all the way. Oh, I just had like...
There we go. Partner work. You are catching your partner. You are spotting. You are checking your partner. But all good.
You know, I've had a moment on the medicine ball before. I don't want to repeat that. I'll just sit safely here.
Awesome.
Amazing partner. So there you go. You can have lots of fun with your partner while working out, keeping fit. Fitness, focus, smiling.
Balance.
Lots of love.
Hey, what's that?
This is Octifex, a new accessible platform to trade Forex on global markets.
Cool. What's the Forex?
It's short for foreign exchange, trading currencies.
Buy low, sell high. Score points, right?
Exactly.
What's leverage?
It's like you got cool friends. They vouch for you, and you can trade it big.
Precisely.
So basically it's an app where you learn and trade, and it's safe, and it looks good.
That about sums it up here. Octifex, trading made clear.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You've had a little bit of time to think about it. What 3 questions do you need to ask on a first date to make sure you get the real deal? Let us know. 063-408-8863. I will get it right, I promise you. Maybe that's the first question you ask. How is your maths? No, I didn't get a distinction for maths, but I'm thinking this guy might have it. So over to Carl for the news.
Well, it's rather apt to get into matric results, Graham. Let's start there. Now, inmates who sat for matric last year achieved an 87.5% pass rate, which is an improvement of 10.5 percentage points on the previous year. Now, Justice and Correctional Services Minister Ronald Lamola said, and I quote, "We need to encourage them to work hard and study so that they can improve themselves." He added that 77% of offenders who wrote matric exams qualified for access to tertiary education at a university or college. He appealed to prisoners younger than 35 to study and bring hope when they return to their communities. Now, Cape Town residents with solar systems will soon be able to sell their excess electricity to the metro to boost the capacity of the local authority's energy network and combat rolling blackouts. The mayor, Jordan Hill-Lewis, says the city has received approval from the government to pay households for the electricity they contribute to the metro's grid. The city of Cape Town is usually able to reduce load shedding by a stage due to its 180 megawatts hydroelectric power plant at the Steenbras Dam at Gordons Bay. Now, in international news, Rwandan forces have fired a fighter jet of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the DRC, which they said had violated their airspace, prompting the Congolese government to accuse Rwanda of an act of war. The video shared widely on Congolese social media showed a projectile streaking towards an airborne military plane and then exploding near the plane, which continued to fly. The DRC denied Rwanda's accusation that the jet had been in Rwandan airspace. The two countries' relationship has been strained by rebel insurgency. After weeks of reluctance, Germany has agreed to send Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine in what Kiev hopes will be a game changer on the battlefield. Chancellor Olaf Scholz announced the decision to provide 14 Leopard tanks at a cabinet meeting yesterday. US President Joe Biden's administration is expected to soon announce plans to send at least 30 M1 Abrams tanks. A Kremlin spokesperson earlier said the tanks would, and I quote, burn like all the rest. He said there was an overestimation of the potential these tanks would bring to the Ukrainian army. Now let's step away from war for a second and give you a feel-good story to wrap things up. Now, Bob, the green turtle that had been at the Two Oceans Aquarium in Cape Town since November 2014, has successfully spent his first day in the Rocky Reef exhibit at Oshaka Marine in Durban. He arrived there safely and will spend some time settling in, and then it's on to the great wide ocean. The Two Oceans Aquarium's turtle team will observe Bob's behavior to ensure that he is 100% release ready. Earlier this week, he was carefully removed from the I&J Ocean exhibit at Cape Town's Two Oceans Aquarium and transported to the airport in his custom-made travel gear. His comfy stretcher, specifically designed to block out external stimuli, enabled him to travel to Durban safe and happy. Bob flew there with the assistance of the Battaliers, a group of volunteer pilots that help wild. Sure his flight was as smooth as possible. But for now, it's all systems go, prepping Bob for his release back into the big blue. That's it for your news on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We have some traffic for you, and Graham has got all those details for you.
Thank you so much. Knowing that your journey to work probably won't go as swimmingly as Bob's, let's fill you in. Actually, not a huge amount to report on this morning, thankfully. We start in Midrand in Johannesburg. There are roadworks on the R21 northbound. That's after the Olifantsfontein Road. Both left lanes are closed as a result, so you can obviously expect delays. And then moving to Cape Town in the mother city, there is congestion on the N7 southbound. That's at the Bosmansdam Road, and you can always expect delays there as well. But regardless of those delays, just make sure you get to work safely. Let's see what the weather has in store today.
Thanks a lot, G. Let's take a peek at that weather. The Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs has declared a provincial state of disaster in Gauteng. The head of the National Disaster Management Centre, Dr. Elias Sitole, said this was decided on after deliberated with various stakeholders and after assessing the magnitude and severity of the impact of the flooding incidents in the latter parts of December. The floods had a devastating impact in various municipalities in Gauteng that resulted in the loss of a life, damage to property, infrastructure and the government, and left municipalities such as the city of Johannesburg struggling to deal with the fallout. Damage from the floods has been exacerbated in recent weeks by ongoing load shedding as well. Now for our final weather update this morning, we received this from Paul, who caught the sun rising up and lighting up the greenery out at Van Dyke Park in Boksburg. Rosine Pandy also submitted this, catching this eerie view with grey and cloudy skies being slowly lit up by the sun's rays out in Gqeberha. And Sibusiso shared this bright view while taking his morning walk out in Josie. Finally, Kevin Buchanan, thanks for this, sending through the stunning image of the sun up above the ocean in Durban, an absolute vision of tranquility. If you can beat that, or if you want to add to that, 063-408-8863. Showcase your sunrise and tell us where you're seeing it from, and we'd love to feature you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show as we get into your temperatures for the day. Now, Polokwane, let's start with you as always. 14 to 30 today. Mbombela, 16 to 27 with an 84% chance of rain. Pretoria, 17 to 31. And then Johannesburg, 15 rising to 28 as your high. Mahikeng, let's go over to you. 33 is your maximum. You have some thunder and rain expected. 19 is your low. Klerksdorp, you wake up to 18 this afternoon. 31, a 25% chance of rain for you. Kimberley, 18 to 32. There is some thunder you can expect. Bloemfontein, 15 to 30. A nice warm day as we head on over to Richards Bay. Some rain. 75% chance. 20 to 28 are your temperatures. Pietermaritzburg, 19 is your low, and you max out at 27. Durban, 23 to 28 today. And Mthatha, you can enjoy a 28-degree day today with thunder. 43% chance of rain in your area. Now, East London, 20 is expected as you wake up this morning, 27 in the afternoon. Cradock, 16 to 32 with some thunder expected. Gqeberha, you've got 19 to 26 today. George, 16. Mother City, Cape Town, 17, rising to 25 degrees Celsius. Worcester, looking nice and warm. 36 is your high from a low of 15. Sutherland, 13, rising to 32. And then Uppington, you're always topping the temperatures, aren't you? 39 is your high from a low of 21. And of course, please hydrate, get the sunscreen on, and do be safe in those very, very hot conditions in the Western Cape. Of course, that's a wrap-up of your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and make sure you stick around because we have something really amazing when it comes to tech and small business.
This might hold the key for many small businesses. In fact, it's a small tool that will make a huge impact on your operation. And I have a feeling we want to find out more about this game changer. If you're a small business owner who wants to run a store, small restaurants, bar, coffee shop, any small space where you engage with customers daily, then you will know firsthand that quick, simple, and reliable receipt printing is essential. It sounds like a simple thing, but it can make a massive difference. That's exactly why the amazing team at Epson have expertly crafted their compact and stylish mobile point-of-sale printer range, MPOS, we'll call it. And here to tell us all about it is Hugh Davies, the Business Development Manager for Epson South Africa. Hugh, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And for bringing your little black box.
My little buddies.
I love that, man. I would imagine the journey that you've been on, because it sounds like you've gone through an exhaustive process to arrive at a tool that is so well suited for where South Africa is at right now. We talk about supporting small businesses. It's not just about giving them money, it's about tools, it's about day-to-day functioning. First off, it looks like a giant printer that you've shrunk, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with a Ray. What is it and how does it work? Fill us in on this beautiful little black box.
Okay, so Graham, a traditional point-of-sale system would be like if you went to your local supermarket and you come up to the lane and you've got that huge big box and a big screen and a big scanner. Now that becomes a little bit problematic when you've got a food truck or you're at a pop-up market or you've got a small little business or something of that nature and you need that versatility. But what's changed now in the market is with the development of cloud-based software, we now can run point of sale off a tablet, or we can just do it off your phone. And all we really need is just a connection point to a printer to be able to print that receipt in terms of where it's going to come from. So that's where Epson's come up with this range, and we've really got two split ones. This one we call the dice for obvious reasons. I'm not going to roll it across the floor now, but you get the general gist.
We're not insured for that.
So yeah, that's our little dice. And then this is our little P-series one. This is what we call a base printer. And or a belt printer, really. It just clips to the side over here. So this is ideal for sort of pop-up markets and mobile shows.
For sure.
But then we also see folks using it in retail. They can do transactions on the floor. We do have some retailers that are already using this particular technology. So really, the trick with these printers is that they're small, but we can literally set up a business point-of-sale point with a tablet, an iPhone, or just a normal phone and a printer.
You've alluded to it already, the benefits for small businesses that, you know, in so much of the coaching that we do on this show, it's about don't go and blow your budget before you've started running your business. You need to be operational to be able to make money, to get cash flow. But in order to be able to do that, there's certain boxes you need to tick.
Correct.
How is this going to help those small businesses specifically? Why do you think this is going to be such a game changer?
I think there's probably 3 points or 3 game changers. The first point is affordability. So, you know, instead of having to go and shell out for all that hardware now, pay for licenses and fees, which you still got to do in certain software elements, there's quite an expense in setting up, and it's almost a grudge purchase, but you do need it for your business, and that's the challenge. You're correct. But now what we can do with MPOS is literally all we need is a printer, a smartphone, or a tablet or maybe a little stand or something like that. So the setup costs are relatively cheap, and that's important for businesses that are starting up. And then the second is what I would call flexibility. So that would be businesses that maybe want to move around. Let's say you've got a coffee caravan or something that moves around to different sporting events. You mentioned cricket a little bit earlier or something. We literally just have to pack a printer and our tablet in the car and off we go. We haven't got to shovel a box around. And in small spaces, if we've got a small little boutique restaurant or maybe a coffee area, it's easy to move around. They don't take a lot of things, and that's the third point, what I call form factor, and that's really just the size of the particular unit. Yeah, you know, we can pop these guys underneath the counter. If I can just show you a quick little party trick over here. So this one over here, you've got a receipt coming out the front, which is great for putting it under the counter if you haven't got limited space. But if we want a normal receipt printer that you see, we literally just click these 2 little covers off, And
it's a transformer. You brought us a transformer.
Here we go. I brought you a transformer, and we pop it around like that. And like that. And there we've got the receipt coming out the top. So that just gives you your versatility, you know, when you've got limited spacing. Yeah.
This says to me, I was going to ask you who's this suited for, but I'm thinking anyone, not even just a small business, if you're looking to downgrade costs and have that kind of accessibility, the mobile element. I love the belt clip. That is awesome. That speaks to how old I am. One question that needs to be asked, load shedding.
Okay. Okay, so we've got that covered in two ways, Graham. Firstly, look, anything that's going to need an electrical power point is going to be at risk. But with a lot of folks now having UPSs or small inverters or something, an inverter is not an expensive investment or a small one for a business. And one thing that we do pride ourselves at Epson is all our devices, there's a lot of work that goes into minimal electricity consumption. And it's funny, just on a side point, when I was talking about this to retailers probably 15 years ago, they just laughed. And look at where we are now, where energy consumption is vital. So literally, these will be able to run off a small inverter, so you can carry on trading. Your tablet or your smartphone is already battery in that, well, as long as you've charged it up. and then we've also got you covered with the P series range. These little guys have got a battery, so we can trade for about 8 hours continuously without having to recharge that. So that's a huge advantage when we do have load shedding.
Maybe we should have opened with that one actually in the current climate. Absolutely amazing, and it looks so robust as well. So I'm guessing even a technician working in his workshop can have one of these in a safe little space. It's not big, it's not cumbersome, and it's inexpensive. And I have a feeling it's going to unlock so much for so many small businesses. Well done.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, I'm waiting for it to transform into something else in front of our eyes. Now, we're all about supporting small businesses because it's a key step forward that this country needs to take. And this kind of technology is helping us do it. Now, Epson is giving one lucky business owner right now the chance to win an Epson point-of-sale receipt printer of your very own. So to enter, visit the Expresso Facebook, Twitter pages and tell us your business name and how this point-of-sale printer would help your business flourish. Get creative. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of entrants for this one. And please include that all-important hashtag, Epson Small Business, in that answer. And that competition closes tomorrow at midday, so get on it as soon as possible. But you can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Hugh, thank you so much. You can leave the little black box behind.
Thanks. Okay. Thank you. Cheers.
It's The Crush. Unlock your 100% TV show. Catch all the excitement as we unlock Crush fans' full potential to live their dreams. Watch the show on SABC2 starting on the 1st of February every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Plus, you stand a chance to win your share of thousands of prizes. Simply buy any Crush and follow the pack for entry details. Crush. 100% goodness.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back once again to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Got another 45 minutes of Feel Good to go. That enough for you?
Oh, no. I would like another couple of hours, but I'm thinking about this competition. I'm thinking about how intense it's becoming right now.
Sweaty palms.
Like I'm shaking a little bit. I'm shaking and they're baking. That's what I'm talking about.
Of course, we're talking about the contestants. And of course, as calm as they are through the entire competition, they're entering into that last phase now, the finish line in the Golden Baker Search Festive Edition Bake Off. And we're holding our breath as time is running out quite quickly. Hold it. Hold it. Don't breathe.
We are back, and it must be said, a desolate and quiet and very lonely kitchen right now. Our duos have been flying solo for half an hour, 1 hour of the bake remaining. Let's see how they're getting on.
I'm doing pretty okay. I'm just prepping.
Okay.
I'm a little bit behind
All
to
right.
the time that I wanted to give myself to complete.
Okay.
But I haven't given up, so prep work, getting my cakes cooled, and there you go. I'm going to start decorating in the next 10 minutes.
Sandalian, have you even noticed that Sassy isn't here? You've just been hoying.
We worked so well together that even though we were working together, we were in our own world.
Yeah.
So I can work with her, but I can also function without her.
These little guys, they complete this almost a Middle Eastern flavor
Yes.
palette that's developing, yeah?
I used them in one of the cream cheeses that's going to go on one of the desserts.
It looked like a really good surprise, getting the parting gift from Tando, the strawberries. How are you incorporating them?
Well, I made a berry compote, strawberry compote, which is
Okay.
amazing.
All right.
I'm going to fill the center of the cupcakes with the compote. And then I'm going to ice it just to give it a little bit of a zing. I think it's going to work very nicely with the spice. And it will work together with the rest of the cake. It's going to bring it all together.
Bit of balance. What could possibly go wrong? What are those pressure points that you're nervous about?
I think the only thing that might go wrong is when I take out the cheesecakes, it might melt before the judges get to taste it.
I need to shape it now. But I've got a backup plan, which I don't know what the backup plan is. It's gonna work, don't worry. I haven't messed up.
I think there is enough on my plate to wow the judges, because I know a showstopper isn't only just based on the size of what you put forth, but the taste and the look and everything of the bake, and not just the size.
Tando, if I'm finding it agonizing sitting on the sidelines watching this unfold, I would imagine it's torture for you. You left the room for like 3 seconds, came back, and a slightly different dynamic. How's your girl doing?
I think she managed to pull it together. We've got to bake.
Yeah.
We've got to bake, and I think that's all that matters really at this stage. I think she'll be fine. Fingers crossed for her, yeah.
Don't! Don't worry, I've got this.
You can do it.
Oh, you're bringing the drama, girl.
I know. Well
Okay, I'm
done.
very sorry.
To your girl, how's she doing?
Yeah, I'm confident because she's somebody that takes in. I love a sponge. I love somebody with that spongy personality.
Coachable, yeah.
Yeah. So you tell them, they absorb everything, and they just execute. So yeah, I'm obviously wishing the best for both teams, but I'm rooting for my girl, babe.
Okay, my cake collapsed, but it worked out perfectly because now I had enough green icing. I don't have to make extra icing, and I've got the look that I wanted in the first place anyway.
As of now, you have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes. Come on. Push, push, push. So we're now moving into the final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your bake is over. Well done. but I don't think either one of you could have done any more. So pat yourself on the back. You did it, ladies. Well done. It's about to come to an end. When you see us again, we're going to make one of these contestants 50,000 Rand richer. Wow.
That's a wrap. Well done.
Ja, nee, Kaigi. Otherwise, look here. Bona, it's done now. The baking's done. Now the judges need to make that final decision. Who will be crowned champion and walk away with 50,000 Rand? Stay tuned to find out.
Right. I mean, that's a lot of stress if you think about it. You know, going into that competition, I mean, you were right there. You saw
pressure. You don't understand.
It's got to be. And I mean, the heat going. And the thing is, I mean, I know you get good stress, but you also get some bad stress as well. And, you know, us as humans, we don't exactly know how to handle it. It's a busy world. And we tend to forget about our self-care journey. You know, we do that all the time. We just think our body is a vehicle to get us, you know, to and fro, but we have to consider ourselves. Overall general well-being, sometimes it takes a little back seat. But we need to focus on the importance of good gut health.
How many times on the show have we had the expert in their field tell us, okay, the sleep thing, we've moved past that.
Yes.
But that gut health is where it all begins. Having good gut health is imperative. It's so important to learn the different ways that you can go about bringing the good back. Let's find out more.
I mean, if you look at that, there is such thing as good bacteria. We've got to normalize understanding the difference, because I think bacteria, as we were growing up, it was always the bad thing. Like, you know, ooh, we must clean your face, the bacteria. But there is some of the good stuff, and we need to put it back. Because gut health is not just about a good digestive system. Studies actually shown and proven how important a strong and healthy gut actually is.
Yeah, well, we know the bad bacteria obviously weakens our immune system and impacts our health on so many different levels, can cause symptoms like bloating, constipation, cramps, and even more extreme results.
So we asked you on social media, because we have to consult you for everything. You know, you are the most important thing about this show, and I needed to know why you think gut health is so important, and here's what some of you had to say. So,
there we go. So, Hlongwane is saying to improve all aspects of your health. I like it, short and sweet statement.
And Thea, gut health is important because then you, not a high risk of heart attacks, and it also prevents getting chronic sickness as well, which is very, very important and very true as well.
I like the creativity with that one.
Indeed.
Absolutely cool. We've got Shireen Abrams, our regular. I think it's important for your digestive system, also our immune system, to have a healthy body. And you don't think that your immune system is affected in that way, but that's where it all starts.
Look at the Zandaline coming through here with the facts. Having a healthy gut will improve all aspects of your health. If you have an unhealthy gut, then a lot of problems can arise from that. It can even be linked to depression.
100%.
The microbiome is a super interesting topic. The microbiome of your gut.
Yeah, it sounds like a winner right there.
It does.
She knows what she's talking about. Good gut health is important across all stages of life, especially in the little ones, but right throughout. And Flora have products suitable for babies, for kiddies, and for us grown-ups. I promise you, we are grown-ups. And Ingram's range of Flora probiotics bring good bacteria back to our gut for the entire family.
If you want to get some more details, I suggest you go to your local pharmacy, speak to your pharmacist about Flora, and do remember there are many probiotics, but only one Flora brand.
And Flora, they bring the good back into your gut so you can live life healthier and stronger.
Also, there's great rewards for people who have the guts to look after their health. It's your last chance to win a 1,000 Rand take-a-lot voucher with Flora. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page and share your favorite gut health recipe tip.
I love that. We might even do it on the show. Don't forget to include hashtag Bring the Good Back. And this week's competition closes midday tomorrow. That's Friday, obviously the 27th of January. But you can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Good luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso, and everyone is feeling that January. You can feel it, I know you can. But Woolies has the answer for you, all right? W-List Dinner Solutions. Now, with the W-List, you will be able to cook delicious yet filling meals and still stay way under budget. So what about listen to this, a cheesy pup pizza and a boerewors pasta for dinner? Yes, please, and thank you. I'll have 5. Chef Clem.
You and me in the kitchen, Vanna Lars.
Look, it's been a long time, eh?
Wow.
That's good. And now, look here, I feel that with this type of costing around food, we are taken back to our roots, taken back to our childhood, but at the same time, we get to feed the entire family and not break the bank. All right? You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
That's the greatest thing ever.
And it might be January, but the W-List is not just here for January.
Yes.
It's for 365 days of Woolies quality.
Imagine.
Don't imagine.
Imagine.
It is here.
Okay, well, if it is here, imagine being on a guest list throughout the entire year. You know what that's called? The W-List, and you're on it. All right, we're on it too. So what are we making?
Okay, so what I've done is...
Cheesy pop pizza, dude.
Right, so...
Wow.
Cheesy pop pizza, absolutely amazing. You've taken an Italian classic, you've taken something that's so South African. White Star, Super Maize Meal, White Star. Hey, you put the two together, magic. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna get this going.
All right.
So then I'm gonna talk to you more a little bit about the W list.
Yes, please.
The W list is absolutely amazing. Like I said, it's these aren't special prices. This is just what Woolies have done for you. 365 days of savings on everyday items that we know that you like to shop, right? So Woolies have put in an amazing catalog, and you can clearly identify it when you walk into the store. You'll see the beautiful orange W list logo, and it actually points in the aisles as well to the item that's on that list. But they've thought about a better way for you to also find it. If you look at the daily difference, let me just take this. This is for you, by the way. For you. Enjoy. On the W list, in the daily difference, go and check the QR code on this page, scan it, find the items on the W list. It couldn't have been easier.
I can't believe you gave me cheese. You have no idea. This is a love language of mine.
You know...
This really connects us in the best way possible. From a height, That right there is... Wow. It was magic. I can't stop holding my cheese.
Please, keep it.
Because I'm really just... Wow. Okay. I've always wanted to get that cheddar. And
get that cheddar.
You help.
Get that cheddar. Okay. Water's gone into the pot. I'm going to add a little bit of extra savory flavor by adding some... We've got some veggie stock in here. You can use chicken. You can use beef, whatever you prefer. The veggies are going in there. Give it a mix.
I see what you're going to do here.
What am I going to do?
Also, do you know pap itself? I feel like sometimes you forget about the nutritional value of pap. You forget about the fact that it's got vitamin A in it and vitamin B in it and folic acid and iron. Like there's got an array of different vitamins that are attached to it. And I think that's why, you know, us South Africans having it as one of our staple diets, this is why we are built strong.
Built strong.
Yeah,
I mean, absolutely.
proper.
Whether you're making pap for like a braai or for breakfast, family meal. Hey, family meal. Family meal, it's the vibe, absolutely.
Okay.
So, has to be on the W list. That's going to start cooking. Then what you do is you add a bit of that cheddar.
Yes.
Once that
cheddar,
up, add the cheddar to that. Add a bit of like a creaminess, a bit of cheesiness to it. Add a few like herbs to it again, like just enhance that like Italian flavor. Basil parsley goes in. Once it sets, once it's nice and like thickened, put it on some baking paper, kind of just like press it down a little bit to get that pizza shape. What I need for you to do for me is the peppers. Again, these are everything you see on the W list.
This is great. What type of chop would you like in here? You want French or South African?
What do you want to do?
South African.
Go. South African. I've also got some butternut that I've already sliced up and roasted. But I want to like just check out your chopping skills. Let me talk to you about how much these savings actually make a difference. So for our smoky boerewors pizza, we're not going to make it today, but the recipes are available.
Great.
28.37 per serving.
What?
When was the last time?
Per serving?
Per serving,
No, man.
That's nothing. This pop pizza, 22.09 rand.
Look here, there's nothing pop about this pizza.
There's nothing pop about it.
This is proper.
No.
This is proper stuff here.
Absolutely. So the W is how you cook dinner for your family, for the week, for dinner, for meals that cost under 40 rand per serving. I mean, that is just insane. And again, it's not just about January. It's about January, February.
March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Dina, Gina, Gina, Dina. Sorry.
Hey, it's the vibe.
What
okay,
happened?
Cool. So let's get back to business.
I just blacked out. You triggered me.
So I've roasted some peppers, roasted some butternut. I'm going to get that on our pizza base, okay?
No.
You can totally do a tomato sauce, but there's something quite sweet and savory about the peppers and butternut on their own. You don't miss the tomato sauce. Just get it on your pizza.
This is why, you know what, an air fryer also works perfectly because I've been air frying vegetables all week.
And you know
what? It's been the
amazing.
best.
It's
honestly.
the best way to add life and give a lot of character and flavor to your vegetables. Air fry. Air fry everything. A little bit of that extra cheddar, and you can't put that extra cheddar on because you saved. So use a little more. Get that on there. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Sprinkles.
Pop that into the oven. That pop starts bubbling inside, gets a bit of a crust on the outside, stays nice and fluffy on the inside.
Love
the veggies, extra smoky, extra char, the cheese, extra malty.
Brilliant.
why are you not doing this every day?
So this is fantastic. So we've got our beautiful, we've got our our pap pizza. We've also made our boerewors. Oh my word, this is like it's a boerewors?
Smoky boerewors
Smoky boerewors pasta as well.
Extra
It's
protein.
proudly South African, but also it's for a South African budget. We've got a lot of stresses out there, but if you're looking for a guest list to be on, you're already on the W list. Find it and Woolworths and find everything you need with regard to these recipes on expressoshow.com. Pap pizza!
Introducing the Everyday W List. It's everyday value on Woolies' exceptional quality items and your choice of well-known brands every single day. Shop the Everyday W List today.
I'm such a champ right now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh,
it's time to get excited about rugby because we love it. And not just rugby, a whole lifestyle built around the enjoyment of sport. Cape Town Tens is not just about the sporting action, but welcomes some of the country's biggest musical acts, which are enjoyed by thousands of fans from all over the country. It is the experience of a lifetime, generally the highlight of every year. And Play.coza has now joined the team as the headline sponsor and partner with a synergistic brand ethos and sporting mindset, forming the perfect collaboration to enhance all that Tens have curated over the years. And boy, have they not created something special. In part to the efforts of this amazing human being, Robbie Fleck, the founder of the Tens, and sat alongside him is Bianca Ace, marketing director of Play.coza, joining us this morning to chat about all of the exciting new things that are on the horizon. Like a proud Papa Bear, he sits there, hey? Robbie, did you ever think, I know you guys put a lot into this when you took that first big leap of faith. Did you ever think it would become the phenom? For me, it kind of sits up with like the World 7 series in terms of how we experience it here.
Yeah, we like to think so. I mean, it's now 15 years and we've probably lost 2.5 years out through COVID. So, you know, prior to that, we felt, you know, extremely proud of the way this event has, you know, grown over the years and how Cape Town and South Africa has embraced it. You know, COVID set us back a little bit, but this year is now the first time since COVID where we can really, you know, stretch our legs a bit and get back to what it was. And extremely looking forward to it, I must say.
We stress the word stretch, okay? Just stretch as much as you can before you go and play. But it's an amazing event. It's an activation. Yes, there is amazing sport to watch, and the delusions of grandeur kick in big time, and you see everyone at their prime, even if it's just for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that the whole family can go there and experience something different. Why was this such a prime project for you? Why are you so proud to be partnering with this amazing team?
So look, for us, it was really a perfect brand fit. Play.coza as a brand offers fun, lifestyle, games, competitions, sports, and essentially so does Tens. So we offer all those things online, where Tens as a brand offers those things on the field. And coming off of a very successful Winelands Tens, we were so proud, and it was really proven to be a major success. So it was a perfect brand fit and a great partnership.
And these are the guys that live the brand, because we're watching the sport, we're making the bets, there's the banter. Banter is the key word when it comes to Tens. There is this camaraderie, a sisterhood, a brotherhood around what happens there that is something that still lasts. From the first tournament that I played in many, many moons ago, I'm still connected to that group. That being said, 2 years off the radar, we're back with a bang. What is happening this year? Why are you so excited?
Well, we're excited because we're introducing more sports to the event. And it's no longer just at Greenpoint. We're starting to find other venues. And I think that the big picture view for us down the line is that how do we get the whole city involved at various venues and various sports with entertainment and different musical acts. And then we can all sort of gather at Greenpoint at some stage, you know, later on. So we've brought in paddle tennis now, we've brought in water polo. Ooh. So it's, we really are starting, like I say, we're stretching our legs now, we're really finding another avenue to bring in more people, to have fun, and it is about sports and lifestyle. That's what it's about, having fun, and we love the direction. And the city, you know, with their support, they're loving the direction that we want to go. And we just, you know, advertising what a beautiful place this is in Cape Town, and hopefully we can start getting the internationals coming back to the, Cape Town and supporting the Tens.
I'm sure the city is loving the secondary spend that goes on over that period. I used to live in the area, and it's a complete transformation. There is one word that comes to mind, jawl.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
Play.coza is a jawl. You guys have built yourself around the notion of having fun in the space, safely, but having fun. How are we going to be having fun at this year's event? What are you most excited about in terms of how this is all coming together?
So again, you know, as we said, you know, Play.coza, we're all about fun, and we are offering a chance to win like cash money on the spot at Tens. We're launching a competition today on our socials where you can stand a chance to win. And we never pass up the opportunity to actually engage and interact with our players, you know, in a real life environment. And what better way than at a music, sports festival. So we're very excited about that.
And it is a festival. There's no other way to describe it. Fancy dress, what's that all about? And what are you going to be dressing up as? What are you going to be dressing up as?
No, I'm still stressing about what the speedo I'm going to wear in the photo.
Okay, so the speedo box is ticked, but there is an opportunity to have a lot of fun with the entire family. I can remember taking my boy who was 1 year old and him experiencing grass for the first time on that field that Springbok legends were running out on. This is a magical thing that you guys have gotten right. So well done, buddy. Enjoy it. Just stay safe. I don't think we'll be playing this year, at least not on the field, but maybe online. Thank you so much to Bianca and Robbie. Even more excited to play with play.coza. And another reminder that it's only for persons 18 years or older. Please, this is a safe place and you can register and get betting on play.coza ASAP. Winners know when to stop. And South Africans Responsible Gambling Foundation, their toll-free counselling line, if you need it, it's on the screen right now, 0800 006 008. Or you can WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710. Guys, thank you so much for giving us this amazing moment to kickstart the year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, super exciting stuff, and equally as exciting is this, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for our Golden Baker Search Festive Edition judges to taste those incredible showstoppers, the Christmas showstoppers prepared by our final 2 contestants, and make the most important decision of the entire competition, which is who will be crowned champions and who will walk away with that 50,000 rand.
Welcome back to the Golden Baker Search kitchen for the final time in this season. So let's bring in the ladies whose lives potentially could change forever. Dalila, bring in your Christmas showstopper, if you will. Exquisite.
I've called it the Christmas celebration. Christmas is all about indulgence and over-the-top decorations, etc. Color. The iconic Christmas tree, the red gifts underneath the tree, which is, you know, an ode to over here, your little decoration going on here.
Why do you think that you should win today?
Baking is my passion, and I've put my heart and soul into this bake. It might just be a Christmas celebration, which I named it to you, but to me, I've thought about what I've put in there, and it means the world to me. I cannot express how much it means to me.
You're going to make us all cry again.
I'm sorry.
So I'm going to send you out of this kitchen so that we can make our final deliberation. But let's deconstruct this baby and have a little taste.
It is. There's a lot going on. There's caramel in the cake.
You know, the poker faces at this table.
There's just a lot to taste.
And I think it's worth noting that it's not all designed to be eaten together at the same time.
The cake is delicious. Chocolate cake, beautiful. Love that caramel from the Toffelux. What I'm not enjoying as much is the cupcake.
Okay, why?
Maybe it's a sweet against the spice.
But also sweet with the sweet compote inside. There's a lot of icing in here.
Very
but
sweet.
The spice cake with the strawberry compote is a bit jarring.
Can I put something on the table here? If I had to put this cake down in front of my son, it would be the best day of his life. And now, of course, we're going to introduce our next bake, which is completely different. Shall we?
There's a rose cardamom cake with rose cardamom cream cheese. Then we have carrot cake cookie with a spicy chai cheesecake, white chocolate cheesecake. Then we go over to having a carrot cake with pistachio cream cheese.
I've been watching you on social media, and I know you've entered some other competitions. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about that and what's giving you the momentum to keep entering?
I was on Color Your Plate with Koo, and I said there that we usually eat macaroni with cheese. So just to push ourselves and to also treat ourselves, it's something different that I get to do. And with what I realized with this season of Golden Baker is spices in dessert is just, it's next level. I feel like something different is needed in the kitchen.
Tough one this is going to be, but you've done yourself proud. You can now go and wait to find out your fate. All right, team, this is messing with my brain waves. We almost have to redefine what showstopper means.
It's giving me that vibe of experimentation, and that's really where food is at right now. People want to experiment, so I'm excited to get into this.
For a foodie, I get the dessert board, very Instagrammable. For an average family, I'm not seeing the festivity.
What's going on in that mouth? Delicious?
Oh, it is delicious.
It is absolutely delicious.
And in saying that, I'm not a carrot cake. Like,
really?
It's not my first option or my first preference.
Do you know something's cakey? It's a cake, but it's melting in your mouth. It's literally melting in your mouth.
It can really work with. Okay, so
Definitely
now
all
this
of
is
the
the
Indian
cardamom
flavours,
cake,
yeah.
Okay, really.
Yeah. It is cinnamon with the cookie. Yeah.
There's definitely some rose in there as well. And then finally the biscuit.
Which is everything in my mouth right now.
Just
And
far enough, yeah?
Was made with the premix.
Is there a fault with this dish?
I'll just go back to aesthetics. If we said showstopper for a festive table, not so showstopperish, but I said wow me with the taste, and it could be a showstopper.
To our duos, to our baking duos who got us started, thank you so much. You beat out thousands of amazing bakers to get you. So well done. This has been amazing to watch. But sadly, only one of you is going to be crowned our champion this morning. This was without a doubt the toughest choice we have had to make on this show. I say that like I had a choice in this at all. I'm so glad that I could sit and watch this as a neutral because it's changed my view on what baking actually is. So without further ado, the winner of the Golden Baker Search Festive Edition, Zandeline Tegersen. Oh, congratulations, sister. Oh, Dalila, yours was a Christmas showstopper because you deserve to go home with something more than our respect. For our first runner-up, 5,000 Rand.
Wow.
But because you took it further than we could have hoped and dreamed as a home baker, and because we bought into your dream, this amazing team at Golden Cloud are adding another 5,000 Rand to that, so you're going home with 10,000 Rand. And you are definitely going home with our respect. Sandalian, you forced us to rethink what it means to be a showstopper. The finishing touches on that, we were thinking, did Sassy do that before she left and just left the plate there for you? Sandalian, I asked for a bag of cash, but you get yourself a check for 50,000 Rand. Come and grab it, it's all yours. Well done. And Dalila, please come and receive your 10,000 Rand courtesy of Golden Cloud and Beacon. This has been an incredible journey. We have watched a transformation of two bakers in real time on live TV. These two are going places, and they've got the brand behind them to take them there. Thank you so much. One more time, a resounding cheer for the winner of the Golden Baker Search!
Oh, man. Big emotions all around. And congratulations to Zandeline Tegersen for winning the Golden Baker Search Festive Edition. My goodness. Now, tune in tomorrow to Expresso for an exclusive interview with our Golden Baker Search Festive Edition winner, Zandeline Tegersen, and find out what this means for her and for her future.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Just a couple more minutes of your Feel Good Breakfast Show left, and it's time for Mila to perform her final song. And this time, she'll be performing her latest single titled Nice Guy. Take a look.
You call me crazy, you're mistaken. I'm the best I've ever been, so calculated. I'm the dangerous, use your words to cut my skin. You'll pay the price, feel in my bones. Soak in your lies, boy, you're all alone. You call me crazy, you're mistaken. I'm the best I've ever been. I'm the best I've ever been. And those butterflies go on your bells, they get me out of here. I don't even know myself, I'm paralyzed by fear. No, I don't wanna wait another moment. Cut me, only one open, poison blue. They ask you why, they were so confused, 'cause you said you were a nice guy. I ain't even got no time for nice guys. Halo on the head, a disguise to hide the dark side. Trust me, I've seen it. Just a big fat smile to hide your real face. Planted in secret.
Try those new cookbook recipes out this year, or stick with the timeless classics. Either way, they'll always taste their best when made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.